go through some of the entertainment stories that I have for you. Nate Bargatze hosted the Emmys, and we talked about this yesterday, he tied the acceptance speech links to a charity donation, pledging $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of America, and adding or subtracting $1,000 for every second under or over the 45-second limit. Viewers quickly realized that he would never withhold the money, and by the end of the night, the club received $350,000 as a donation.
Nice.
CBS gave the first $100,000, and Bargatze himself ponied up an additional $250,000, which is pretty damn
really
impressive.
Good, yeah.
I mean, he's famous and everything, but not everybody that's famous is filthy rich.
No.
So that's cool of him to do that. The CEO of the club, Jim Clark, said, "What an incredible night. Our heartfelt thanks to Nate Bargatze, CBS, and the Emmy Awards team for supporting boys and girls clubs in such a big way."
I mean, not only do they get the money, but it was 3 hours of publicity for them.
Sure. Yeah. So he praised the donation and the involvement of club kids at the event. So they were involved at the event.
Yeah, they were there. They actually, JB Smoove had two kids who were from the program there sitting next to him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Despite criticism that the ongoing bit dragged on and distracted from winners' moments, it succeeded in raising awareness and funds for the organization.
I'll tell you what it also did. It actually kept a lot of the speeches down to an acceptable level.
Speaking of the Emmys, there was after parties, and it celebrated those involved. This particular after party, the official after party, it celebrated those involved in the hit shows, including The Pit, Hacks, The Penguin, and more. Amy Lou Wood, Michelle Monaghan, Lisa, and Jason Isaacs from The White Lotus were spotted together at one point. Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder, who both won this year for their work on Hacks, also partied it up. Other celebs included Kristen Milotti partying it up after winning Outstanding Lead Actress in Limited or Anthology Series or Movie for her work on The Penguin. Noah Wiley, who won Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series for his work on The Pit. Walton Goggins and more were at that bash. As you would imagine, they were all hanging out.
Hey, you know what we didn't get a chance to do on air publicly is congratulate Mick Giacchino, Michael's son. He won an Emmy for The Penguin. And,
Shut up!
That's awesome!
And so the Emmys are always a bit bizarre to me because there's a whole bunch of different award ceremonies at different times.
Yeah.
And so Mick won, I think, about a week ago. But anyway, congratulations. He's a really nice guy. And obviously, we've loved Michael for a long time. And Michael does not really accept a lot of praise or accolades on his own behalf. But when it comes to his son, he's really, really proud. So congrats, Mick.
That's excellent. Speaking of Amy Lou Wood from The White Lotus, she has a new guy in her life. She and her film club co-star, Adam Long, were each other's dates at the Emmys. And while the couple were not photographed together on the red carpet, they were captured in the audience, seeming very much like they were involved.
She was straddling him.
The date night continued as the two later attended the after party, as I said, at San Vicente Bungalows in West Hollywood.
I thought the show was an excellent season of White Lotus. I thought it was really compelling.
Yeah.
There were a lot of tremendous performances.
Yes.
I'm so surprised it got completely snubbed.
Yeah. There were no wins. They were nominated, right?
Yeah, they were nominated.
Yeah, man. Sophia, speaking of one last little Emmys tidbit, Sofia Vergara made the right choice. She was supposed to present for the Emmys, but she had to cancel just hours before showtime. She revealed on Instagram she missed the big night after being hit with what she called was the craziest eye allergy at the last minute. She posted a picture like her eyes swollen, almost completely shut.
Yeah, she made a good call.
Yep. And look at me. She wrote, didn't make it to the Emmys, but made it to the ER. She said, sorry, I had to cancel. Craziest eye allergy right before getting in the car.
Okay, so this is how bad it is. I missed the name that you said, and I'm looking at the picture, and I still don't know who this is.
Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
And Sofia Vergara looks like she might have had a little tightening up done, but she still looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
So she said that the messed up eye would have been rather conspicuous on television, but along with short clips of her in the ER, there were also videos of her flushing her eye in a sink as well.
I would have just wrapped a huge bandage around my skull, Preston, and gone that way.
Yeah, nobody would have paid any mind. Ben Affleck's Dun King crown may have slipped thanks to a surprise family rival. Duncan's newest ad just dropped, and instead of Boston's favorite Batman, fans get reality star Jen Affleck, who is from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. The spot kicks off with the barista triggering customers when he calls out an order for an Affleck. But it's not Ben who walks in. It's Jen who declares, expecting my cousin Ben? Nah. And then she dubs herself the value Affleck, adding with a wink, twice the personality, half the price. And Jen hypes a new meal before firing shots at Ben. And she said, why overpay for something nobody wants? He's so dated. I'm younger, hotter. And then Ben is at the drive-through window and he yells rude at her.
And she goes, he's in his 50s. And she says, like, and not a good 50.
The reality star's ties to the actor was a topic during an episode of Mormon Wives where Jen claimed her husband, Zach Affleck, was cousins with Ben, but sources have nixed that idea as absolutely untrue. They're not related in any way, shape, or form.
So does Affleck have a stock percentage in Duncan? I know he is a legit, from the grassroots, Duncan fan. He's has always been. But I'm wondering if he owns a piece or if he's invested in Dunkin' Donuts.
Haven't heard anything if that's the case, but he's certainly in full-on paid
Support
endorser.
Mode. Yeah.
You know, so he's getting very well taken care of by Duncan. So Denise Richards had one intense moving day in Calabasas, loading up her furniture, memories, and 15 dogs.
Jesus.
She has 15 dogs. She showed up Saturday with movers, assistants, and her father, Irv Richards, in tow to clear out her things from the rental home that she once shared with her estranged husband, Aaron Pfeiffer's. Neighbors reportedly watched as dog crates and truckloads of belongings rolled out, bringing this difficult chapter to a close. Inside, movers reportedly wore masks due to the smell and dust.
Oh, boy.
While Aaron has previously accused Denise of being an animal hoarder, something she flat out denies. The move comes after a court cleared Denise to re-enter the house for the first time in 2 years, while Aaron was ordered to stay 100 yards away. He's also been ordered to return her laptop, though he claims he doesn't have it. With domestic abuse allegations, cheating claims, divorce paperwork in play, their split is far from over.
So she's in the Charlie Sheen two-part documentary on Netflix. She's pretty good. I mean, and she says she's very candid. Charlie Sheen wanted her to be candid about the relationship, and about the highs and the lows.
Yep.
But I didn't know what to expect. What'd you think of her in a
I thought she was great.
Yeah.
Listen, I know she's had some work done or whatever, but and I think she looks fine. Heidi Fleiss, she was the one who was like, no holds barred.
Right? Yeah.
The words she used to describe Charlie, she was kind of the only one who was like, no, he's an a-hole.
Yeah. But they encourage them. Charlie Sheen encouraged them to say what they had to say.
Do you think there's any chance that Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen end up back together?
I hope so.
You know what?
Honestly, I think at this point, because they're both always promoting sort of reality stuff, Charlie, they have plenty of stuff to promote.
Yeah.
And look,
why not?
If Affleck and Jennifer Lopez can get back together, why not these two crazy kids?
Sure.
We saw how that worked out.
It always works out well. He's doing Dunkin' commercials.
All right, speaking of over, it is over for Shailene Woodley and Lucas Bravo.
Nothing color!
Who's he?
Safe Light Repair.
Save Light Replace. So I don't know, Nick.
Okay.
He's an actor. That's all I know. Lucas Bravo is his name.
Well, that's if you've ever had an actor's name, that's one. Lucas Bravo.
I know Johnny Bravo.
Yes.
But I don't know Lucas Bravo.
I bet you that's not his real last name, though.
The two actors who went Instagram official back in April have pulled a 180 and removed all pictures of each other from their respective Instagram accounts.
Nothing is over! This is over!
The last time the pair were seen together was last month on the set of Bravo's Emily in Paris.
I want to go Insta official.
When the two...
By the way, if you go Insta official, what is the opposite when you cease your Insta officialness?
I think it's Insta officially over.
Okay. Get it?
Yeah, it's over.
Nothing is over! This is over! I'm telling you!
Oh, my God.
I'm going back home. Get back on social media.
Maybe Insta over.
It's over!
Insta over instead of it's over. Insta over instead of Insta official.
Snapchat!
Snapchat.
So this dude's French. Casey, apparently his last name really is Bravo.
Whoa!
Yeah. And he was on. That's how he was on Emily in Paris, like you said, Preston. And he's done a bunch of different French TV shows and movies.
My name is Johnny Bravo. What's his name?
Lucas
Bravo.
Yeah.
This is my sister Emily, the Learning Channel.
His father's name is Daniel Bravo, and he was a French footballer, a.k.a. soccer player.
Okay.
Hey, he's a good-looking dude.
So no official word from anyone yet, but, they've scrubbed each other's existence on their socials.
Isn't word that she's playing Janis Joplin?
It's Janice Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
Shailene Woodley?
Yeah, that's what I thought she was.
I trust your...
in the cycle of leading up to playing Janis Joplin.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
I could see that.
Is that what you heard?
Yep.
Where did you get that?
So we're moving on to the royal family for a moment. After Prince Harry spent some quality time with his father, King Charles, last week, he seems to have come back with a new appreciation for the relationship.
Gosh, he's wonderful.
In an interview with The Guardian, Harry confirmed his new goal for the coming year. He said, the focus really has to be on my dad. When he was asked whether he would like to spend more time in the UK and perhaps bring his kids to their home country, he said, yes, I would. This week has definitely brought that closer. The prince and wife Meghan Markle share 2 kids, 6-year-old, of course, Archie, and 4-year-old Lilibet.
Love to have you back, but ditch the bitch.
This was sad to see, but everybody's recovering. American picker star Mike Wolfe was involved in a serious car crash in Tennessee over the weekend. I saw a picture. The car was mangled.
It was, yeah. I was amazed that he survived.
He and his girlfriend, Leticia Klein, are on the mend. On his Instagram stories, Wolf assured fans and his followers they were both going to be okay. He showed a picture of the total car. He said, we're both receiving excellent care. And while Leticia is still in the hospital, she's expected to make full recovery. She had broken multiple places in her jaw, broken, her sternum was broken, her ribs were broken. She was beat up big time. But everybody is okay. It's just going to be a long recovery after that. Netflix is offering up a first glimpse of the limited series The Best in Me with a new teaser trailer. The series starring Claire Danes as author Aggie Wiggs, who suffers from writer's block as she deals with the loss of her son, and Matthew Reese as new neighbor Niall Jarvis, who was once suspecting his wife's disappearance. Wiggs finds herself fascinated by Jarvis and sees him as a potential subject for her next book. Brittany Snow and Natalie Morales will also star in this. I like Claire Danes a lot.
So do I. I want to see, and I can't find a copy of it, or where I can find a copy of it, is that Temple Grandin story that she did.
Oh, it's so good.
I love that movie.
It was an HBO movie.
Yeah. And
so
for some reason, I did a little searching. It was maybe I didn't spend enough time.
Okay.
I was too distracted by Ponce de Leon.
Did you watch any or all of Homeland?
I did not, and I know you recommended it to me.
She is fantastic in it.
Like that.
She is, and her character arc. Because it's a number of seasons. I think only at least 6 seasons, maybe 5 seasons. But her arc and the character that she plays and all the stuff that she goes through, I feel like she had to have at least won award for her performance in that.
Quite possibly.
She definitely is.
I wonder if with these Netflix series, or with the Netflix facility going in KOP, if this would be the kind of thing they would have like a premiere for at that facility, right?
She won 4, Casey, for Homeland. Yeah,
and I'm telling her and Mandy Patinkin, they have a close professional relationship, and I can. You know what? I need to go back and watch that.
Go back.
It says nominee on each one of those.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I don't know if she won or not, but she was nominated for several.
I think she won 3 Emmys.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, she's
great, man.
Yeah, she's really good.
All right, let's see. Speaking of the Emmys, we'll double back there real quick. Much like when award nominations come out and people talk about who's snubbed, when award shows do in memoriam segments to honor those in entertainment we lost in the last year, the conversation always turns to who was left out. Some fairly big names were not covered by the Emmy Awards, among them Hulk Hogan, Sopranos actor Jerry Adler, What's Happening actress Danielle Spencer, King of the Hill cast member Jonathan Joss, Smallville star Terrence Stamp, Gene Hackman, and Val Kilmer as well.
Those are huge. Those are huge to omit.
Do they?
But did
they do television though? Is
but
the question?
I believe they. I don't know.
They sometimes cross lines.
Yeah, I would assume
It might have been one of those things where like, we'll let the Oscars pick this
everyone
one up.
else who died who didn't do TV doesn't matter. Thank you.
Well, not part of the broadcaster names, and many of others were included on a much longer in memoriam tribute on the Emmys website.
Huh? You can listen. You only have so much time.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Terrence Stamp died. That sucks. I love that guy.
General Zod.
Yeah, he's General
that's what
Zod.
it is?
Yeah, maybe we were on vacation when he passed away because I don't remember us talking about him.
You know what? Yes, Nick, you might not have been.
Maybe I was
that
out?
day. Yeah, but yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, we did a whole morning about it.
Oh, man, I missed out on that.
So more from the Emmys. Sorry about this. There's just there's some
okay.
residual stories. Among the things that Hannah Einbeiner said at the Emmys that weren't bleeped out was something fans of her show Hacks aren't going to be happy about. Talking to E! host Heather McCann, she revealed that the hit series is coming to an end. And she said, I think we feel different of the upcoming 5th season. She said, we're going to start filming next week. And knowing it's the last season is really bittersweet. But I think it's right, she said.
I think that's fine. I think this story.
I agree.
It's progressing the way it should.
There should be an ending, right?
Right. They're overcoming a big hurdle.
I think most series should wrap after 5.
I think that's about right.
know?
Yeah.
And because when they start to drag on, there's been a few occasions where it can go longer than that, but sometimes it's too much. Okay, we have enough of the world.
Like the evening news. How long has that been going on?
Come on, man.
already.
5 years was
Ages.
enough.
Hey, who won the comedy series? Was it?
It was the Seth Rogen's.
Oh, that's right, the studio.
The studio.
Okay.
So she said, I think it's nice to do something as many times as it should be done, not overstay your welcome, rip it and do it, and laugh and cry.
That's my philosophy with farting.
Rip it and do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So 5th season of Hacks will be the last. Let me see if there's anything else I want to touch.
Look at you. You're such a comprehensive entertainment reporter.
There's a lot. One last thing. When you think of Olympic coverage, the name Stanley Tucci doesn't usually spring to mind, but that's about to change. The actor has been tapped to help with NBC Universal's coverage of the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy, Italy's Milan Cortina region. And it's not a big leap because Tucci is the host of Nat Geo's Tucci in Italy and formerly hosted CNN's Searching for Italy. His segments will feature the food, traditions, and culture of northern Italy, where the games will be played, of course.
I'd like to see Tucci host Fear Factor.
The 2026 Winter Olympics takes place February 6th through the 22nd. Will be carried on NBC and Peacock as well as other NBC channels. Stanley Tucci, I've told this before, like he's a guy, I want to be him.
Well, he is
want to be him. He's
raconteur.
He's a
cultivated,
cultured,
yes,
talented, smart. He seems like a cool, tolerant, good person. He gets to eat tons of great food. He's got, he's got everything. I love that guy. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and part of the coverage for the
By the way,
Olympics.
he has always been in good shape.
He's in great shape. Yeah.
I subscribe to a website that posts nude pictures of Stanley Tucci.
So
and,
the fact that he eats what he eats, and as much as he wants to, I think in his book, because I did read it, but I think he talks about his metabolism. He's kind of gifted.
Yeah.
And that it never really gets away from him. But obviously, he's fit. He works out, and he keeps that as part of a daily regimen. But he gets to eat all that great food, and he stays in great shape. All right, we're ready for clips now. If you're watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, then you're living in the world of Meredith Marks. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Here, Meredith explains what drama to expect this season. Here we go.
Just a lot more lies, like people trying to stir up trouble for me for no reason. It's not like I haven't talked about my life. It's not like I'm hiding things. Like there's nothing to delve into, but they seem to want to create things to delve into. So, I love you.
Shut the up.
Please.
Who could listen to that?
Yes. I can't stand that.
What have we done as a society by elevating such a person?
Season 6 premieres tonight on Bravo, mind you.
No plans to wrap it up that series, right?
No, not that I know of. All right, here's our next clip. The 1 hour crime drama High Potential is back for another season, and here star Caitlin Olsen candidly talks about her progression from Always Sunny and The Mick. Here we go.
I just knew that there was something special about this show, that we could create a tone that was unique and a dynamic character that I would be equally as proud of. And so it was a relief that everybody else was really enjoying it too. And people online are very happy to tell you when they don't like what you're doing, and I'm not really getting a lot of that.
Yeah!
Season premiere of High Potential is tonight, and you'll find that on ABC.
It is a good show, and she is not Dee in the show.
No.
She's got her own things that are going on and failures in her past life. And if you just like, whodunits, and that's what it is, basically. Yeah.
Yep. All right, and there you go. It's your entertainment report for today. Looking out the window, it looks like stormy out, doesn't it?
What's
But I
happening?
just checked the. I'm looking at the radar. I don't see any rain in the Philly region. There's some rain in South Jersey, but it just looks like the sky's about to open up. I don't know about tornadoes, but it looks like it's going to rain. So anyhow, clouds from what I understand, high 75, a little bit cooler today. Heads up on that. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in just a moment and sweep the clouds away. Some good tunes, some good chat. We'll have it when we return. Stay with us.
It was right next to a trash dump with an incinerator. And when you played there in the middle of the summer, you got there on a bad day. It was just right field was just terrible.
Staten Island. So as you would, the Fishkill and those general areas in and around New York, which are these large dump areas, the smell would be so bad. I remember pulling off one time just to get like a soda at a like a Sunoco or something, and I'm walking around and I'm looking at people like, can't you smell this?
Yeah. So
they were so used to it, it meant, they were just, okay.
They were
that's
nose
the smell.
blind.
Yeah.
You mentioned Fishkill. There were a couple of times growing up where my dog got out. Okay, so he got out, he jumped the fence or did whatever, and he was gone for like an hour or two, and he would come back, and it was as if I don't know where the hell he was, because this happened on a few different occasions, where he just smelled like horrible, rotten fish and garbage.
Sure,
and,
he was probably getting into some dump somewhere.
and just rolling around,
Yeah.
and it was terrible.
If you're just tuning in, my sister fell in a dumpster and broke her rib over the weekend. So that's how we got started on this conversation.
Dude, how long did it take for her to get out of the dumpster?
You know what? I didn't ask. I need to find out more. It doesn't sound like she was stuck in there for too long and was able to get out. Yeah, totally. It could be, man.
Yeah.
That would just suck. Yeah.
You had a story about someone who was screaming. It wasn't from a dumpster. It was from a Goodwill clothing.
Yes. Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to go to John. I think we have a winner here. Hi, John. You're on the air. Good morning, bud.
Yo, good morning, Preston and Steve. How are you?
Wonderful,
well.
man. I can't wait to hear this story. Do tell.
All right. So I have an excavating outfit. We do a little bit of demolition work. 2 winters ago, just about this time of year, 2 winters ago, we were doing work in the Pocono Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a demolition up there. There's a mobile home that caught on fire. We had to go up to demo the rest of the remains of the house. So the dumpster driver shows up. First thing in the morning, drops the first dumpster. We load it out. Okay, no problem. Second dumpster comes. I have to go number 2 really, really bad. Really bad. And there's nowhere around. We're in the middle of a trailer park.
Right.
Okay? Nowhere around that I can go number 2.
Right.
It's an emergency.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You have to do this.
Phase 6.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, or I'm going to drive home in a bad way, right?
Yeah.
3 hours back to Chester County, Pennsylvania. Okay? So I put a little trash inside the dumpster, all right? I jump inside the dumpster in a 30-yard dumpster, jump over the top, on top of the trash, to then go number 2, all right? Everything was going swimmingly until I heard a backup beeper of a truck. There's no way that guy's coming for me, right? Maybe it's a trash truck. I don't know. I'm in a 30-yard dumpster, can't see. I have 2 laborers on the job. They're both sitting in the pickup truck because it's 10 degrees out with the heater on.
Yeah.
I'm in the dumpster.
Oh, my God.
Yet again, don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, boom, the guy backs into the dumpster. I'm like, no way. No way. He's going to pick it up. So I start yelling, yo, I start yelling. Nobody can hear me. My laborers know what's going on. They're laughing at me.
Oh, no.
So the guy gets out. I'm still yelling. I'm still going, number 2, still yelling. But, you're in a 30-yard dumpster. You can't really hold on to the side.
Yeah.
You're kind of hanging out in there,
Yeah.
Sure enough, he picks the dumpster. I ride the dumpster all the way up onto the back of the truck. While in it,
oh my God!
You know, when it goes up on the truck, it's at a pretty steep angle.
Yes,
all the trash is sloshing around. I'm flying to the back. I'm flying to the side. I'm pissed. I'm freaking out in there, and the guy just never even knew anything of it.
So how did you eventually vault out of it?
Eventually, well, when he pulls the can on the truck, he's got to get back out to then secure the can to the truck. So he comes to the back of the truck, and I'm like losing my mind with my pants down, trying to crawl up over the side of the dumpster so that he doesn't take off down the road with me in it.
Oh,
yeah,
dude. So that's like 9 levels of embarrassment. But you had to do it, and you actually made a good call with the dumpster. It sounds like what do they call that? Lily padding it when you when
you go in a porta pot. And you have to, so you don't get splashback, because unfortunately that happened to me one time. And so I found out about the art of the lily pad, which is you lay a whole bunch of like toilet paper down first. It's a landing pad.
Lily pad.
Yeah.
John, you poor son of a bitch.
The good thing about it, though, is when you're in a 30-yard dumpster, it's got trash in it. You're not really worried about a lily pad. You just let her go.
Yeah.
You just go.
What were you planning to wipe with, if I don't mind asking?
I had napkins in the truck from McDonald's.
Napkins in the truck. That's beautiful,
Thank God we stopped at McDonald's on the way up in the morning, 4 o'clock, for breakfast sandwiches. We got napkins. We had napkins. Thank God. You know what I mean?
John, that's one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Oh, it was awful. But, it was... It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Thanks
you
for
managed
sharing,
to take
John.
a dump in a dumpster.
I'd hate to hear what a bad day is. Oh, my God. Some text coming in. This one says, I used to work at Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom, and everything was underground. So all the juices from the garbage from the park would leak down and drip on you as you walked from one area to the next. We used to call it tunnel juice.
Tunnel juice.
And it was a rite of passage to have it drip on you.
God, that's awful.
One time, and again, please understand, I'm not trying to brag every time I mention this, but when I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, they were doing work in the parking lot, and the woman who owned this franchisee said, could go out and pick up the pieces of pavement and put them in the dumpster. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do this. It's fine. So I'm moving all this stuff, and she, you sure you want this all in the dumpster? Yes, put it all in the dumpster. Okay, I'm putting it all in the dumpster. Put a lot of it in the dumpster. The truck comes in, the forks go to the side, it's going to lift it up, and you're, bam! It lifts the sides of the dumpster up, but the bottom is still sitting in the pavement.
Oh, my God.
With it tore the entire bottom out, and all of the dumpster juice started to disperse around.
Was the bottom just all rusted out or something?
It had to be.
Oh, my God.
I mean, now mind you, I put an F-load of pavement chunks in that. I'm sure it wasn't designed for that.
When you guys are tossing something into like a community recycling bin outside of Wawa or whatever, will you make sure that you dump everything that's inside whatever you're tossing out? Let's say it's a can of Diet Coke or whatever, or do you just chuck it in there?
If
regardless?
I can,
Yeah, I have learned since, and we've talked about it before, that recycling, that stuff needs to be clean. So at home, I definitely clean out anything before I toss it into the recycling.
This could be This could be a whole other topic, but I refuse to throw any bottle of water or coffee or anything out until it's fully gone. Not like, oh, there's some left, let me dump it. Like, no, I have to drink it. So like there's bottles of water in my car with like the teeniest bit of water, and I can't throw it out until I drink it.
Like plastic bottles? Yeah. That's actually probably not good for you. You're not supposed to. Okay.
Yes. Have you ever thought of consolidating them into one bottle?
I've done that.
Okay.
I've done that. Wait, I've done that when I go to the gym and I forget a full bottle of water. I'm like, well, there's 2 in the back seat, 4 up front. I think I have a full bottle of water here.
I can do this.
Yeah, Kath, when we were going down the shore, the kids would come out of the surf and they would go into the cooler and they would grab a bottle of water, take one little sip of it, and then just kind of toss it. And so nobody knew whose bottles. So we would just take all the bottles home, and then that would be the dog's water, you know?
Okay.
But I have...
The hell is this?
I know. But as a result, I just went and bought one of those. It's essentially like a Gatorade, you know, when you dump Gatorade on your football coach. I got one of those things, and I just fill that up with water. So we don't use bottled water down the shore anymore because we were just wasting so much.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm going to go to Aaron. Hi, Aaron. Going back to the dumpster thing here. Good morning.
Hey, yo, black listener!
Hey! What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man?
So, when I was a kid, I got bullied. And walking home from school, this kid comes up, grabs my book bag off of me, throws it into the dumpster of a butcher shop.
Oh, no.
Absolutely disgusting.
Dude.
I had to go in there.
That's I assume blood and entrails and all that, right?
Like some stuff was in bags, but as soon as your foot hit it, boop, right through, and there's definitely like a rat in there or something. So, yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. But afterwards, joined the Marines, got really big, saw the kid in the bar, and went, hey, remember when you threw me in that dumpster? So the look of fear on his face.
That was worth it.
great.
Good for
Awesome,
you.
man.
Way to go back and get that done. All right, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, that's nasty. When you're talking about butcher shops and places like that, I would assume there's a protocol they need to follow for throwing away that.
They're throwing away like biomatter.
Yeah,
I mean, so
yeah.
that's you have to do something.
This would be the worst, according to this text. Says when I was in high school, I worked at a seafood market. Oh, gross. The trash naturally smelled in our dumpster. Every Thursday morning was clean out day, and it would soak me with fishy garbage juice.
I would be inclined to whatever you get a high-powered pressure washer or something and clean those suckers out because the stink is unbelievable. There's a great blooper outtake from that episode of It's Always Sunny where Charlie and Danny DeVito they're living in a dumpster to save on costs, and Danny DeVito's he's eating the like a bagel, and Charlie goes, "Where'd you get that?" And he goes, "It was down there."
Rotting seafood. I can listen. Even fresh seafood. I've been walked by like fish markets, and I'm like, ugh, nasty. I can't imagine what it's like once you throw it away and it sits out there and festers.
Oh yeah, it gives me that in the throat sort of gag where like I could go puke in
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing the stories. I appreciate it. Yeah, my sister fell in a dumpster over the weekend and broke her rib. She's all right, other than the broken rib, but it was a story worth relaying.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I want to take a break because we got bizarre. Man, was the weekend rife with bizarre file stories.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I have like a week's worth of bizarre file stories that I've held on to, and I cannot wait to share some of these with you. So a lot of people send them to me too.
Oh yeah.
We'll come back in a moment with those. Make sure you stay close because we'll be right back. All right, thanks, Kat. So the other day we got on a discussion of colognes and scents and things like that. I forgot how that even kicked off, but we were reminiscing.
WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. So we mentioned in the news earlier this morning that Valley Forge Military Academy is closing. I don't know what the timelines are, but they announced they're shutting it down.
So we will have the final graduates of the academy. I mean, the ones who are there, what, 90
students left, and they said the representative said that some of the underclassmen are not going to be able
will not graduate.
to graduate
It's
from
just here. It's just this year. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is going to wrap up this season.
Yeah. This academic year, and then they're done.
Oh man.
So I assume there are a couple of people who will graduate in that
most
collective.
likely.
I think so. Yeah, but
But if you're an underclassman, you're kind of screwed.
you got to find somewhere else to go, I guess.
All right, so is it okay? Is it only for disciplinary kids, or is it for people
military?
that? Yeah.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
It was used as a threat often.
Oh, most
yeah.
definitely. Some people loved it.
It's beautiful, man.
That's Tom Cruise from the movie Taps, which they shot at Valley Forge Military Academy. No, man, some people are. People want to go to military school, believe it or not. Yeah, I know it's hard to wrap your mind around that, but there are some people who love that guidance and discipline or want to have a military career.
And many who have gone love what it brought to them. And a lot of people go on to become, higher ups in the military and or politicians or are tied in that way, go through this program. Doesn't TAPS involve the closing of the school?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to close it, and the students don't want that. Well, the George C. Scott character dies.
Right.
And he was the man who kind of carried things on. And I don't know when they announced it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't know when they announced in the movie that they were going to close it. But yeah, there's an upheaval. The students don't want it. They love it.
Right.
This is very important to their lives. And so they hold it hostage.
And get carried away. Yeah.
So Wes Moore, who's the current governor of Maryland, he's a graduate of Valley Forge Military Academy. Casey, to answer your question, Norman Schwarzkopf, he graduated from the military academy. And then the former national security advisor, H.R. McMaster, he's a graduate from there. So a lot of people, if they come from military academies, they'll go to places like Valley Forge Military Academy. There's also one in Virginia called the Virginia Military Institute. So I knew both. I grew up in the area, and I knew kids that were disciplinary kids that were sent there, and I knew kids that were from military families that wanted to go there. And it was an interesting dichotomy to see sort of the struggle between the two.
Nick, for the longest time, and I'm sure, Preston, you'll agree with this, both you and I, to get into radio, we had to attend a military academy.
Sure, yeah.
And,
no, it was something that my dad held over me and my brother's heads. I mean, F up in school enough.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to send you to the military academy.
Oh, yeah.
And Min Nguyen, one of my really great friends from elementary school, Min had some struggles in middle school. He was sent there. And, it was like spotting a cadet walking around Wayne was like a fun thing to have happen when you were growing up.
By the way, J.D. Salinger,
Yes.
the author,
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye, had attended Valley Forge Military Academy, and supposedly some of it was based off of his experience there.
Yes.
There's three different, essentially, areas that were inspired. Catcher in the Rye and Valley Forge Military Academy is one of them.
And one was Ursinus, and what was the other?
St. Gabe's, which
And
we
St.
talked about
Gabe's,
last week, which is also
sold.
closing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
was going
it's
to go do
closed.
that ropes course there.
yeah, come on. No, it's been closed for a while, but they
Right.
just sold the property. We started to have a short discussion off air about using a military academy as a threat.
We're going to get you right.
You're going to go to military school.
Yeah. You want that?
So I had two people I knew went to military school, and I think it was because of disciplinary for those reasons.
Yeah.
To straighten them up. But I'm curious. I wouldn't mind taking some calls from people who either went to Valley Forge Military Academy or were forced to go to a military academy because you were a bad seed. Whatever experience you may have had in military school. 610-660-9333. Because it's a bit of a, it's a mystery to those of us who didn't live that lifestyle.
When it's used as a threat, and also there was also kind of a cool aspect to it. If you were going because that was your direction, and at a young age you said that's where you wanted to go. And I did know. I forget what the facility was up in New York on Long Island, but there was something that was similar, not as storied as this location. But I remember one guy that I was going to school with went to it, but he was one of those kids, Preston, who had designs bizarrely like on a military and political career, at a young age, like an old soul. So it made sense.
So this is 7th through
12.
12.
Yeah, and really, I mean, like the threats started in middle school, and if your grades started slipping in 7, 8, 9, that was like, we're sending you.
I wonder how many 7th graders are like, I want to go to military school. You know what I mean, that's pretty young to think about something like that, but I'm sure it's not completely foreign, and some people have. But one friend of mine, this guy, his name is Rhett Walters, went to military school. I didn't meet him until after we were already in our early 20s. And Rhett was definitely sent to military school because
delinquency issues.
It was he was a bit rambunctious.
Okay,
and his family did it to kind of to reel him in.
Did it work?
No. Rhett was
he joined ISIS.
Rhett was a wild man.
Yeah.
In fact, his family, they were very well off. His dad, Raul Walters, was partners with Sam Walton.
Oh, wow.
Of Walmart.
Yes,
fame.
of course.
So I, which was cool because they had this house at Lake of the Ozarks, which was unbelievable. And I would go there and get on their big Scarab offshore boats and stuff.
Wow.
But Rhett was a wild man. Now, Rhett ended up, he died in a motorcycle accident.
Jeez.
So he was still a wild guy afterwards. It did not reel him in. But they used that. And his dad was like dude, one time we were at his house, and one of the rooms was open. He's like, hey, take a look in here. And we opened up the door. Dude, there were all these machine guns on the walls and stuff. Whoa. He was like, I think he was kind of like a merc. Like he.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Like it was his thing.
Dad would go away for a
Dad
couple
liked to kill people every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's why he got ahead in the business world. It was it was a bit wild. Now, I can't confirm that, but it was scary. It was freaky. So anyhow, let me see. I'm going to go to a couple of calls here. We have Troy, who is joining us. Hey, Troy, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, bud. Did you go to Valley Forge Military Academy?
Yeah, so I went to Valley Forge Military Academy for 8th grade for the middle school years.
Okay.
I went willingly. My grandfather was in a lieutenant in the Vietnam War, so I was always interested in that stuff. So that kind of got me going for that.
Okay. And then how long did you last till graduation?
I did not. I ended up going back to my town high school after middle school, but Valley Forge was probably the best school year I had in school.
Really? So, what did you enjoy about it?
Just not being able to do what I want, is I kind of needed that to get through school.
Oh, so you knew that you had some sort of reckless tendencies, and that helped reel it in.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
And I'm sorry, Troy, why did you stop going? So you went there for a year and then...
I wanted to be with my friends.
So you had a choice. You were allowed to leave.
Yeah. I was given the choice to go back, and I denied it, unfortunately.
Huh. All right. So while your time was there, you enjoyed it. And would you
absolutely?
And so that sort of thing, that sort of schooling, the way you had it, would you recommend it to people?
Yeah, for people who want to try, or people who might need it like I do.
Okay.
So hang on. I have a question, Troy, because you said was it your grandfather that was in the...
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's calling me sir.
Yeah.
You can tell the military training still there. But you were kind of a bit of a loose cannon, but this was your idea to kind of reel your personality in a little bit?
Yeah, so I originally had wanted to go because my grandfather was there. And then I started to change my mind, and then I had gotten a little bit of trouble, nothing crazy, but then they were like, yeah, well, you wanted to go, so now you're going.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
so
I gotcha.
They pulled the lever.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the school closing?
It's unfortunate, actually. I drive past it every day on my way to work. So.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a beautiful campus.
Yeah.
They've sold off parcels of land around it. Like there's some areas that they own that were right near campus that they've sold to developers, and I think that they've tried pretty much everything that they can to maintain that school and keep it going. Just with the enrollment down to 90 students, they just couldn't maintain it.
Yeah, it's all about the money they get from the tuition. That's it.
Now, how big is that campus? I assume
I would
acres upon
compare it
acres.
to maybe like half the size of Ursinus. It's a pretty big campus because the military academy is there too, and then Preston right next to it is St. David's Golf Course.
Yep.
So you can see them from one another,
and that's a military golf course.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
It was. I know they gave the field to Easton, the football field and all that in the back over there. It all has Easton signs all over now.
Okay.
What's
All
a
right.
greenie?
Well, thanks for the insight.
Thanks, Troy. Appreciate it. We're going to go next to Peter. Hey, Peter. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, bud?
So, yeah, when I was in my grandmother's basement and came upon my uncle's swords and his uniforms and all his stuff from Valley Forge, and I was like, man, that is awesome. Like, I want to check this out. So I begged my parents in 8th grade, same kind of thing. Went in, thought it was going to be this greatest thing, and it was like prison. It was
Not for you. Not for you.
No, like immediately, like total 180 from anything I was like doing whatever I wanted, BMX in the woods and having fun, to like full on regimented. Every minute of my life was under lockdown and control by these guys.
So you're like, where's my sword?
Like,
where's my tank?
Yeah.
And and then we all had to learn how to march in this crazy heat, and the grounds were, you're in this wool outfit and it's 100 degrees outside and people are passing out all over the place and you have to keep marching. And it's like, it is literally going into the Army. Like,
yeah.
All right.
You do you do 8 weeks of no contact with your family. I mean, in 8th grade, you're like, you have no idea what's going on to begin with. And then all of a sudden you're in the Army.
Wow. 8 weeks, 8th grader, 8 weeks, no contact with your family. That's pretty jarring. So, Peter, at what point when you show up for first day, did it all of a sudden go, oh my God, oh wow, my life is changing dramatically here?
Like the movie Stripes, when you get your hair cut all the way off, and you're like, holy shit.
Holy heck. Can't say that, but all right, so the moment they cut your hair and it's on. New life.
It's on. It's game on. Here's your clothes. You are a new person. You're just a number now.
Wow.
So that's it.
That's why. So I remember
Thanks, Pete.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
halfway through this whole thing that's going on, my friends are getting hazed and things are getting weirder and weirder. And so in the middle of February, I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. And I look at my roommate and I'm like, I'm running. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. And I jump out the window and I race out. And the colonel was the running the place, Colonel Coates, was with his entourage, and they're up by the chapel. And I go running past him in my sweatsuit. And he's looking at me like, what's going on? And then literally everyone looked up from the parade fields, and they're like, he's going AWOL. So I literally had 150 people chasing me down the street.
Jeez.
All the way to the turnpike, and I kept running. And I started hitchhiking on the turnpike, and some guy picks me up and takes me to Plymouth Meeting exit. And then the cop picks me up and says, what's going on? I told him, my truck broke down, and I'm in the Valley Forge sweats that I turned inside out. And he's like, well, where do you want to go? I'm like, drop me off at the mall. I have my friend picking me up. He's going to help me with my truck. Drops me off, and I walk home. My parents were furious. They had no idea where I was. The cops were looking for me. They had no idea what happened. They ended up bringing me back, and I had to finish out all 200 hours of marching. And then I had a choice of staying or leaving, and I left.
Okay, so they brought you back. Wow,
Okay.
man.
So you had to finish out, you said 200 hours of marching?
That was my they call it tours. Yeah, that's your punishment.
Wow.
It's crazy that
They
they
have to
punished you
march
before they
the
let you
parade
go. You know, like
Yeah, they're
I
going to
was
let you. You
punished-
can't
yeah,
leave until we
from the
punish you
moment-
first.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was punished from the moment that I got there to the moment I left. And believe me, like some things I reminisce upon that were like, maybe that was a good life lesson, but overall it was
Not for
it
you.
was like every minute was trying.
You wanted to go to the
not
mall.
for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Peter, that's a hell of a story,
I could've-
man.
I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great
I
day.
do. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
thanks, bud. So he went full on AWOL.
And they call it AWOL.
Ran.
You don't think about it because, I mean, but they're obviously the whole idea is to mimic and be an extension of the military training that you would get.
Well, and you can see why they'd chase him down because it's a liability. This is a child that they're responsible for. If he goes
Sure.
out and gets
Yeah.
hurt, then they're in a whole lot of trouble. He got away, but I don't know. If you want to leave, you should be able to, with your parents' consent.
Yeah,
be able to leave.
Just go running away,
Yeah.
calling it AWOL. My brother was in a thing called the Junior Naval Reserve, my younger brother. And that was where they would drill. They would do all of that stuff. They had a little bit of a military approach, but it wasn't a school. It was more like a club, like a weekend thing. They would go for meetings, and they had sort of the
Like ROTC a little bit?
even less so.
Okay.
Not even school associated. It was something that you could it could benefit you down the road, but it was adjacent, but not
Okay.
straight on that.
How old was he?
So he would have been about 14, 15.
Okay, so it was like scouts. Like
a
group.
scout
Okay.
thing. Exactly that. Yeah.
Okay.
With VMA, I'll just call it. What is it affiliated with any branch of the military or just all branches of the military?
It's a good question.
Okay.
Don't really know. We will go to, hang on a second. Let me go to somebody who went there, and they might know that. Hi, Ed. You're on the air. Good morning, bud.
Hey, good morning. What's up, guys?
Yo, man.
How's it going?
We're talking about Valley Forge Military Academy.
Yeah, Peter's got me rifling down cigarettes, giving me flashbacks. Seriously, because he nailed it. That's exactly how it was. I went to, it was called a summer camp, but it was a punishment. My parents sent me there. Sure, it wasn't cheap, but it was exactly like you said. You go in, you're straight militarized from the get-go, shaved head. You get your clothing for the 8 weeks. You get your bunk. I was actually put in where, the movie Taps was, so that was kind of cool because I did see that growing up.
Okay.
But yeah, it's full on. You don't see family. You can get care packages and stuff, but it's, you wake up till revelry in the morning. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
you have to meticulously have your bed made. It is literally military at 13 years old.
Well, that's the training process. Let me ask you, Ed, did you see people around you who kind of came in and were heading on a bad path?
My roommate was from the Virgin Islands. I mean, there were kids that went there as
a form of, something special. I was there because I was misbehaving.
You were a screw up. He wanted to be there.
Hey Ed, what was the school's policy on like letting cadets go into town? How often could you do that? And what was the protocol on being able to walk around?
We couldn't leave the base or
at what age?
Campus at all.
Because we would see students walking around dressed as in their formal attire as cadets frequently growing up, and still do.
Yeah, well, see, I didn't go there for the actual school.
He was there for a summer camp thing.
They have this camp, but it's it's like the school, but for 8 weeks.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'll tell you what though, just a different world. Like we did weapons training, with rifles, stuff like that. It was really, it was cool. In hindsight, as an adult now, I mean, I didn't like it then. But, I mean, they took us to, like, Six Flags Great Adventures. They had go-karts that we rode around on their, on their track. They had obstacle courses. But it was, you were on a very strict schedule. I remember the Peter guy telling his story. There was a kid who totally rebelled, and there was a sacred statue. Maybe another caller will remember what it is. And he just blatantly went out in the middle of the day because he didn't want to be there so bad, and he peed on this sacred statue.
Okay.
And of course, he was removed, that day.
They killed him. They executed him.
They sent him to Six Flags.
Yeah, but honestly, it's sad that it's closing because it's a historical place.
No, absolutely.
Ed, you mentioned the meticulous bed making. Did they do the old thing where they bounce a quarter on it? You know what I'm talking about?
They didn't do that, but you did have to have the 6-inch seams, and it had to be no creases. Your clothes had to be meticulously folded. It's just they did do like the finger across like any of the
white glove test.
Yeah.
How did you? Was there any rules to how you could arrange your stuffed animals?
No, definitely not. I just love getting my care packages from my grandma. Cookies and
that's awesome. All right, Ed, thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you, bud. Yeah, my buddy Chet also went to military school for a couple of years, and he used to tell me about how meticulous they were about the clothes, and like if you had lint on your clothing, it's where he taught me where you use a lighter, you can burn off lint real easy on clothing, and how everything had to be tucked in properly, and that's part of the
training, that
mechanism. Yeah.
Nick, you keep asking about the Valley Forge guys hanging out in town. I can speak a lot to that because I used to hang out with them in high school.
They came looking for girls, man. That was part of the excursion into town was to get away from campus and to look for girls.
It wasn't just town. Always the Griffin Cafe, by the way, the coffee shop at the movie theater, and the King of Prussia Mall.
Did you like a man in uniform?
I had some friends that were dating. I like air quote dating because you didn't know these guys, where they were from, like what was their home like who they knew at home, who they were dating at home.
And how could you contact them? Like they didn't have a phone that you could call, right?
Casey, it was like 6 p.m. you could call, but you had to start calling early because they only had so many phone servers.
Right.
So you would start calling like 20 minutes before just to like connect to a line, and then they would hopefully answer, and then you would just talk to them as long as you wanted. But like that was it. Like once the phone hung up, like you couldn't connect again.
Do you know anybody who was carrying on an actual serious relationship with somebody who was attending?
Yes.
Really?
And there was dances too, and there were balls. There were like cadet balls. I actually went to one because my one friend broke up with a guy like a week before.
Where was it? Was it on campus?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it was like a black tie, like actual ball.
Formal dress.
Was there like a very officer and a gentleman vibe going on, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I hadn't seen that movie at the time, so
right.
I probably should have watched it to know a little bit more. But
Right.
yeah, it was like, every Saturday afternoon you would catch up with the Valley Forge guys at Hot Topic, and that was it. Like,
Wow.
It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Hang on, I want to go to Gina. Hi, Gina. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, Gina. So it says here that your son graduated from Valley Forge Military Academy.
He did. I don't know if you recall, but I called last year. I think it was after Nick's son came back from camp, and we had like a brief conversation about it. And he was saying like how it changes them and they make them grow up. Anyway, so yes, my son went there. He graduated in 2022.
Oh,
and when so he's a recent graduate.
Yeah. Well, has he heard the news about them closing the school yet?
As a matter of fact, I texted him first thing as soon as I heard yesterday, because I'm still that mom that's on the Valley Forge Facebook pages. So I saw
Of course you are.
Of course.
So is he? I assume he's sad. It says here on the screener that he is now in the military. So this was a career and a life he wanted to pursue. So I assume it's not good news for him.
So, well, I think, no, so my son was he was like on the cusp, like 2020, COVID had hit, and and he always had like a love for military and law enforcement, et cetera. So I knew it was a career path he'd eventually get to, but COVID did not do well for him. And just going through some of the struggles that he had been going through as a teenager, I was like, all right, that's it. Put my foot down. This is where you're going.
Gina, I remember in high school that there were some students that, whether or not they wanted to pursue a career in the military after graduating from Valley Forge Military Academy, it was sometimes a really good pathway to a place like the Naval Academy or West Point or the Citadel or something along those lines. Was that what it was like for your son?
Yes, he was accepted into Norwich University, Citadel, VMI.
Yeah.
And he was accepted into all those, and he ended up going to Westchester University. No, he went to Westchester University and did 2 years through their ROTC program. But he is one of those that he has to be involved. So he wanted to go actually into. So he withdrew from Westchester, and he is actually now in Fort Lee, Virginia.
Wow.
So. He graduated in June from Fort Leonard Wood, and now he's in Fort Lee, Virginia. So
Gina, you said there were issues that he was maybe not on the right path when he was younger, and that sort of forced your hand. And do you believe that? Do you believe it served the purpose that you were intending it to serve?
100%. So he had a little struggle. My first husband, unfortunately, had passed away suddenly, and that was very traumatic for all of us, but especially for my children, because he was such a good dad. So it was, I think there was like some post-trauma with that, because it was a couple of years after that where I saw like the behavior really start to kind of, and he wasn't bad. He wasn't doing anything that no other normal teenage boy isn't doing. But your children, and you want to make sure that they make that switch off before it could get worse.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those moms that just has zero tolerance. So I was like, that's it, and me and his godfather got together and we're like, listen, I'm not playing games, and this is what's going to happen. Yeah. And at first it was kind of like a joke, but then when he got there, he embraced it. He was one of the first to make his cap shield. He ended up being school president.
Wow.
Class president. So like he was, I think, a captain or a lieutenant or something at some point when he left there. So he was in charge of a bunch of people. And
did he ever go out with Marissa?
No, but I was laughing when she was talking about the dance.
Yeah.
Because they have like a senior prom, and it was pouring down rain, and we get there, and he like tells all his plebes like, go get me an umbrella, and you're going to walk me and, like, my date. Like, I mean, you see him come marching down.
Yeah, if you stick around long enough, you get to tell people what to do.
Yeah.
Did you call them plebes? They were called plebes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you go in, you're what they call a plebe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once you do, I'm probably getting this wrong, and he would be mad at me for messing this up, but oh well. I think like they have to do, he gets like the cap shield is like the next thing. So you have to like study whatever, I don't know, books and whatnot. And you have to do like a thing, and you get your cap shield. So that goes on top of your cap. And then from there, there's like different things they do. And they do like a full crucible, to get, I think, to be a cadet. I don't know.
Yeah, there's obviously there's ranks you have to move up, and there are things you have to achieve in order to do that. Obviously, it's part of the structure.
Yeah.
So, all right, thank you very much, Tina. We appreciate it, and sometimes that's it's the right fit. It's the right fit for some people.
I'm not made of the kind of stuff that would have thrived at a military academy.
I would not responded well.
I would have been the guy running along the side of the street to the mall with my clothes inside out.
By the way, here's a text. Somebody says, I had the same experience as Marissa, but it was in the late 80s. Those boys were horn dogs, is what she says.
I love that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me go to, hang on, because Dana had a cousin who attended there and was involved in TAPS, maybe. Hi, Dana, you're on the air.
Hi, Preston and Steve. Good morning.
Good morning to you. All right, so who went to Valley Forge Military Academy?
So my uncle, he actually taught at the VFW and the Valley Forge Military Academy, and he was in the opening scene of TAPS. He played a student sitting on the bus as the bus rolls by in the beginning of TAPS.
Wow. So he was currently enrolled at the time when they were filming there?
So my uncle was a teacher there, and much later, my cousin actually attended. My aunt and uncle, thought he was by no means a problem child. He was a wild child for sure. Very, hyperactive, couldn't sit still, behavioral issues in school. And because my uncle was teaching there, obviously they would get a discount for sending their child there. And their house was actually on campus. So when Nick was talking about, were they walking in campus? I know, my cousin did because he was walking around. He would walk into town. He lived there. The housing was on the campus as well. So it's a different kind of experience for him because he could just walk home. But he did stay in the dorms while he attended school there. And he absolutely hated it.
He hated it.
Absolutely hate it. Well, he's an artist. He's a talented musician. He could draw really well. He's a graphic designer now. He's an incredible guitar player. And sending an artist to military school is just not.
Sometimes that doesn't work.
I think you could strap a rifle to the guitar if you had to. I mean, I've seen it happen, and that's really shredding. It's very interesting. Preston, in the movie George C. Scott.
Thank you, by the way.
He, as I recall, he did have like his own house. And the big thing was to be invited over and to have the brandy or...
Steve, there's a commandant's house. I think it's the commandant. And then there's also the president of the school. And they are beautiful.
Right.
There's some houses that are on that campus or right next to it that are really, really nice.
And that was the big thing is when you would get that time with him.
Right.
And, play video games. Sit there and have a brandy and a cigar.
Let me go. God, we have a ton of calls coming. If you're just tuning in, Valley Forge Military Academy is closing. So we're taking calls from people who had experiences there, and we're going to Ryan next. Hey, Ryan. Morning, my man.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Just heard you guys were talking to some Valley Forge guys. Figured I'd chime in.
Yeah, do tell. What's your experience?
So I ended up going there just my senior year because I had already joined the military, went through basic training, and figured I couldn't go back to public school and get in some trouble. So I went back to military school, and it was an experience to say the least.
Let me ask you a quick question, Ryan. So you went in to the military academy in anticipation of going into the Army, and I know this probably sounds like a stupid question, but do you get credit for basic training if you've already done it at military school before going into the Army?
I had gone to basic training prior to going to military school. So I did what's called split option with the National Guard.
I've never heard of that before.
I didn't know.
Training between junior and senior year.
It's like
I went to senior year.
So it's like essentially like carrying credits over.
All right. So you said it was an experience to say the least. Meaning what?
Well, I mean, most of the people on the calls are talking all about how it's your exact replica of the military. And I mean, it's exactly what you think the military is going to be like in movies.
Okay.
It's not the same thing in any way, shape, or form, but it is it was different being an 18-year-old and being in charge of and responsible for all these 13, 14-year-old troublemakers.
Oh.
That get put in there.
Okay.
So, or like different people, different crowds.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it had a positive effect on you? Did it change you from perhaps going down a bad path?
I think absolutely. At least the structure kept it away from myself and others as well. You know, even the trouble that happens in school is very good at being kept in house and being handled. I know you guys were told about what tours were earlier and how they'll have people genuinely march for hours, and that had a decent effect on that disciplinary action for people.
Hey, if anybody acted up, would you at night all put bars of soap and towels?
Hey, I plead the fifth on that one.
From
Company punishment.
Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, wow. Huh. Dude, well,
I'm going to confirm nor
Listen
deny.
to him laughing. Wow. Interesting. But but how do you feel about Ryan, the school, having to close?
It doesn't really surprise me, to be completely honest. But I mean, it's unfortunate, but it has as was said earlier, they've been trying for a long time to kind of get it to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Even I graduated 2020, and it was kind of noticeable at that point that it's not what it was.
Yeah.
Prior to. So.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Taps was a movie made how many years ago about it starting to
81.
wobble? Yeah.
What was your fondest memory of the school?
Fondest memories, difficult. I guess right at the very beginning, which is pretty crazy. I kind of really enjoyed that beginning area of going through the cap shield process, the being away off the phones and kind of forced to be with the guys around you, that whole brotherhood aspect of it all.
To be honest, as you know, now it's social media and all of this stuff, and that people are just in their own worlds. Something that sort of massages the, hanging with other people, talking, communicating, sounds pretty good about now.
Well, and working together.
Together.
That's one of the key components of that is that you work together.
The payoff is that you get to spend time with Marissa at Hot Topic.
Yeah, I was unfamiliar with that being there. The whole time.
You got screwed out of that.
All right, Ryan.
I had different authorities because I was already in the military, but I feel like I missed out on Hot Topic.
Yeah, no kidding.
You missed out on Hot Topic.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, buddy. And in fact, wait, what was I just going to? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go back to this call in a second. But I got this text says, hey, I was, says I went to Valley Forge Military Academy on the weekends. Would work, wait, where's it? Yeah. Would either walk into Wayne or take a shuttle to King of Prussia Mall. Also, on Marissa's point about the phone situation, we had a bank of pay phones in a recreational building next to our mess hall called the Booty. Boodie, or the Boodle. I can't tell from here. They were usually packed, so we'd have to wait our turn, and I had a stack of phone cards. And for extra fun, at one point, I lived one room over from the room that was blown up in the movie at H Company when I held a rank. So that would have been...
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They took Tom Cruise out in that scene. So one last call, Case. You want me to go to line one?
Yeah.
All right, let me go to Kara next. Hi, Kara. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Great, Kara. What's your experience with Valley Forge Military Academy?
So my high school boyfriend went there, and he had the craziest experience there. But I actually was caught in the dorms and kicked out.
You snuck in? He snuck you into the dorms?
He snuck me into the dorm, and I was kicked out. He had a really strange situation there was some colonel there that loved him. So he was not from here. He was from Long Island. And so this colonel had a apartment on campus, and my boyfriend would hide a bag of regular clothing, and he would sneak out and go to this colonel's house, get changed in regular clothing, and I would pick him up behind the football field.
Whoa.
All the time. That was...
And the colonel let this happen?
Yes.
Huh.
Was this colonel's name Sanders?
Yeah.
Was he actually there? Did he work
really-
at Kentucky Fried Chicken? Holy hell, that seems incredibly lax for a military academy.
Way inappropriate.
Well, so this colonel did end up eventually get in trouble for some nefarious things.
Okay.
And and was so
Sexual liaisons, may I ask?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He was grooming.
So yeah, so he was. I remember
But the chicken was great.
Yes, the chicken was great. I remember having to go pick up my boyfriend at the time to take him to this person's parents' house because he was now on house arrest, and to pick up his clothing.
Wow.
He had moved his clothing out to the parents' house. Yeah, it was a very interesting experience.
So when you got caught, were you like perp walked out of the dorm, or what was that experience like?
So I was asked to leave. I was walked out, and then my boyfriend ended up having to do the tours that they talked about, where he had to do I forgot how many hours, 100 hours.
200 hours. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah,
okay.
where they would march in place, and he did end up graduating from there.
What time frame was this, Kara? What year?
This is back in 2000.
Okay.
Wow. 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's pretty wild. Look at you.
You stay in touch with your boyfriend?
No, I do not. He ended up pretty messed up. So
okay.
Yeah. I was driving my kids to school, and I heard you guys talking about it, and I was like, oh man, all the memories were flashing back, and I was looking at my kids, and I'm like, guys, we need to make sure that we behave.
Yeah, but you want to tell the story, but you don't want to betray it in front of the kids.
Wow.
Let me just say we had the drop off before I made the call. Let's just say that. So.
All right. Well,
Okay,
Kara, thank you. Appreciate your memories of the school. We appreciate that. All right.
It seems like to conduct a relationship, just on the level what Marissa brought up, that seems like at that point in time when you're really into that mode, it's such a difficult thing to
It also
broker.
seems safe because you know where they are.
Yeah.
You know?
They're at the guy who hides your clothing's house.
Wow. All right. Well, the academy's been around for over 100 years, but it's shutting down. They're just they're running out of people that are paid to be a part of it, and you just can't continue on if that's the case.
What is the tuition? Do we know?
40 grand.
What is it?
40 grand.
40 grand a year.
Yeah.
Oof. Man, but that's boarding as well. I mean, you live there, so I don't know. But anyhow, it's a historic place. So it's sad to see the news that it's closing.
It
down.
is.
Hey, there's going to be a nice condo complex.
I'm
there.
sure, man. Or maybe St. David's will
Look at
expand.
this, man.
And it'll
This condo's beautiful, man.
be part of the clubhouse.
Beautiful, man.
He's your realtor. Look at it, man. It's beautiful, man. The schools are great, man.
Oh, my God. My buddy's roommate, he went to Cabrini. His roommate went to Valley Forge. He would always sneak out after lights out, and he would go and hang and party at Cabrini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting this text message now. That's
And then here's the bathroom, man. And the
It's
kitchen.
beautiful, man.
Look at it. It's a loft, man.
All right. Well, anyhow, thank you for the calls. We do appreciate it. We are going to take another break. We'll come back in a second. Bizarre file stories, they are indeed on the way. So hang out for a spell, why don't you?
Directly pertained to it, and there was some development. But yeah, you can't help but nostalgically look back at the clones you've gone through.
Yeah, because
your signature sense,
especially in the adolescent years
when you're trying to get laid.
When you're first starting to I remember when even before quote unquote getting laid.
Yeah.
Like I mean, when I was a early teenager, I'm like I started to do those things that might attract to be attractive, or what I thought would be attractive.
And when you saw your
the
dad,
opposite sex,
your dad just go. You know what they would cologne the after.
But I would get to those little sample kits of various cheap colognes and try them on, and the whole thing.
I remember, and Steve, I think this will appeal to you. Like in high school, all of a sudden, girls would start to smell my neck, and I was like, "Oh, I like this."
Yeah.
Their nose is close to where I breathe.
Right.
That's cool.
Right.
I should put some on my nape.
Maybe.
I couldn't help notice that your taint smells enchanting.
So anyhow, we thought
that
it might
was the
be
best tea bag I ever had.
I had stated that I think that I could identify some of those older scents, and
Is it because you tried a lot of them, or you just think you know? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I did as well.
And the ones that were in the dad's bathroom that like you said, we would smack the face after shaving and stuff, and the whole room would smell like that, and I just remember all those scents. And as you said, Steve, your olfactory senses are the strongest at triggering memories.
Yes.
I mean, you can have vivid memories from a very specific scent. Scents are very complex.
And it's astonishing how you'll catch a whiff of something, whether it be a food or a fragrance or something like that, and you almost it's almost like
You're
jarring. It's
transported.
like, oh yes,
You're transported. It's like that scene in Ratatouille where he takes a bite of the ratatouille and boom, immediately goes back to being a little kid.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was driving down the road and it was in summertime and this overwhelming wafting scent of honeysuckles. I had driven by some honeysuckles, came in the car, and I was transported immediately to a time in my life.
It's
Just
so wild the way that it
automatically.
works.
Yeah.
So in the collection of colognes, like I remember, I had. You would wear if you were seeing a girl what she wanted you to wear because you wanted to make her happy.
Yeah.
I remember getting a starter cologne from my mom years ago, and then so I wear now the 2 scents that Claire likes me to wear. So,
Steve, I texted. So my ex-boyfriend from college, he would wear Jupe, and I loved it. And so now that you're saying this, I'm guessing he continued to wear it because I liked it. But I sent him a picture yesterday, and he was like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
Well, let me ask. So what's your nasal capability right now because you lost your sense of smell with the COVID?
And
Where
taste,
do you stand right now?
Yeah, so the scent is definitely coming back. It's pretty good, and my taste is starting to come back as well.
All right,
I actually went
good.
out to dinner last night and could taste what I was eating.
That's a wonderful thing.
You know what, Jupe? I probably won't be able to identify that
No?
one. I'm not familiar.
So there's
with.
no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you guys tried all of these.
Right.
So we actually have 10 colognes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a test here. Yes, Kathy.
Yeah, well, so I just wanted to thank the person that helped us out with this. So it's a guy named Ali, and he.
Did you smell Marissa?
I
when
smell
you walked in
Marissa.
here?
She smells
I'm
like all
sorry.
of them.
Marissa came in and brought us coffee grounds. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
She smells like
she
cologne.
smells like all of the cologne that just came in here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and thank you, Marissa, for doing this because if I were to have to spray those, I would have to go home. I'd have like a migraine headache.
Okay.
But anyway, I want to thank Ali from Perfume Island. It's a kiosk in the Plymouth Meeting Mall. He used to be in King of Prussia and Exton malls. Those locations have closed, but he kept Plymouth Meeting open for 23 years.
Whoa. Wow.
And he's actually closing his kiosk. He said he's going to be there through Valentine's Day. It's okay. He's moving to Fort Myers, Florida, and he has 3 shops that he's opening there.
Oh wow, good for him.
Yeah, so he said he's going to have some deals and stuff like that. He has all of this stuff that we're using, but he also has like nicer and harder to find perfumes and colognes. So if you're looking for a Valentine's Day gift or something, he's inside the Plymouth Meeting Mall. His name is Ali, and he's one of the nicest men I've ever met.
Listen, I see on this list here, and we're going to go through these in a second, but I see one that we had mentioned on the other day, and people are saying they don't make it anymore, which is gray flannel. That was kind of my scent. So if he's got it, that's really cool.
So he said, I specialize in hard to find colognes and perfumes.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
Plymouth Meeting Mall.
Yep.
And it's an island. It's called the Perfume Island?
It's called Perfume Island, and he is kind of like diagonal from Legoland.
Okay.
All right. A lot of kids
Excellent.
like the cologne.
All right, so we're going to do this thing. We're going to do a sniff off.
Sniff off.
And Marissa brought in coffee grounds for
You know
us.
what though? I'm telling you, the shot glass is not going to do enough for cleansing your nasal palate. I have bags of cologne. I have bags of coffee here. I got
You mean like stick your nose
put
in the bag?
like a feed bag.
I don't know. I'm getting a pretty strong
Preston,
scent off of this.
Nick, how are you? Will that get it done for you?
Yeah, it's enough.
Okay, so Nick, so Casey, you use the bag,
All right,
and they'll
so-
use the little cups.
Yep. All right, so anyhow.
That's sort of that'll cleanse your nasal palate.
Yes, exactly. It's like eating a palate cleanser, having a sorbet or something like that in between.
For your snot
dishes.
factory.
All right, so Marissa is bringing in the coffee grounds, and then what we're going to do is we have 2 rounds that we're going to go through
Yes.
of 5 each because Kathy brought in 10 different scents for us to sample, and we have a list of them in front of us, and they are on these cards. They've been sprayed on there like you would get a sample at a mall or something like that. And we're going to sniff each one of them and write down what we think it is and go through the 5, and then we'll reveal what they actually are. So, oh my God, the whole room. Oh my God.
Thank you.
That's why it was almost.
I already smell Old Spice, man.
Do you?
Yeah. Okay, so anyhow, so we go through one at a time and then write down, and we're not going to say what we think they are, right?
No, you
Until
just
the
write
end.
down, and then we'll do it at the end, and we'll see who is the. Now I'm going to hand
Dear
you.
God, what is this one?
Are you doing? Is that number 1? Go through the various
I know
numbers.
what that one is.
Everyone, Casey.
Yeah, I got you.
What was your cologne of choice, Case, when you were a kid? Your main one, your teenager.
And I hate it now. I can't. The Polo. And
Polo.
I wore Polo, and Like Drakkar Noir?
Yeah.
I actually still like the smell of Drakkar. And Craig Legans wears Drakkar.
Okay.
Noir.
All right.
And
you and I are the same age, Case, and for us, I think Drakkar was like the cool one. They marketed it really well. And so I wore that at the end of high school and definitely the beginning of college. But I had friends that wore polo and I think might even still wear polo.
Yeah, I went from Drakkar to polo. And then my dad always had Obsession, so I would throw that on. Then I went to Eternity for men.
So you made the rounds. I think you're going to be good at this, Preston. You were the first one to claim you're really good. Nick, you said you were not so sure about your capabilities.
I know one, and I think it's...
is it the one you wore,
the one
do you think?
I wore,
okay, all right.
Because that's, like we've said many times, it just evokes the most and triggers the most powerful memories.
Wow. You the guys are sniffing away. Preston, any good memories coming back?
Oh, yeah. 2 for sure.
Because I think, if your scent was Old Spice?
No, it was Gray Flannel.
Gray Flannel, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
and I have Old Spice at home because on Sundays when I shave, I'll slap a little bit of that.
Okay.
on.
I have a question about one. Do you think, Preston and Casey, do you note any sense of like cinnamon in spice number 1? Or am I way off?
No, because I know immediately what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't even associate it with a certain scent.
Let me know when you're done with your smelling and your number tabulation.
Let's open the doors and
Kathy's
air this
we
place
tried
out.
to do this while you had no sense of smell.
Turn the fans on.
But damn you got your smell back.
And Marissa didn't even spray them in here. She sprayed them out in the green room and just those cards in
You know
here.
what this smells like? It smells like after the track team leaves the locker room.
Number 3 does.
Yeah. that smell. And when you always, for the most part, did you base it on what you liked or did you base it on what a girl you liked?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, like whatever was considered the scent du jour, the hot one, like Drakkar. I mean, that for a while that was like the thing to get. It was like the nightclub scent.
Yeah.
By the way, none of these colognes, and some of them are like $9.
Yeah.
And I think the most expensive one is $20 maybe.
Okay.
There's only one that I'm absolutely positive about, and then the rest of them I have no clue.
I'm the same as you, Case.
Yeah.
All right, you guys done? Kathy, did you have something?
No, go ahead.
All right, I got 2 for sure.
Okay.
I do know that, and I'm pretty certain I got 3. So we'll have to find out what they are. So we can reveal what we wrote down.
Okay, so we're going to go through the list here, and we'll start at the top.
All right. With number 1.
Right. What did you think?
All right. I have number 1 as the Old Spice. Casey?
Yeah. My number 1 I have is, well, I guess I'm wrong. It's Gray Flannel.
All right. What do you think, Nick?
Number 1 is Stetson for me.
All right. What is it?
Number 1 is Old Spice.
There you go.
Preston.
Wow. I told you. I knew that.
All right,
Ding,
so
ding, ding.
let me tell you a little bit about Old Spice.
We have facts about
Yes.
this.
Oh, yes.
Excellent. All right.
It is an exemplary specimen of nautical fragrances. Its spicy amber provides a deep, nostalgic foundation to its invigoratingly fresh and citrus notes. Fun fact, Preston.
Yes.
Old Spice was originally marketed as a scent for women in 1937, but it was the men's version that struck success the following year.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
There's a great reference to Old Spice in it was Hannibal, I think, was the movie, and Hannibal goes to Jack Crawford. He goes, that's the same atrocious aftershave you wore in court. One with a little ship on the bottle, I believe. Something a child might buy someone for a birthday.
That's great.
I told you I'd nail that one, no problem.
All right.
That's by far the easiest one for me.
Me and my older brother tricked my younger brother into drinking Old Spice one time.
Casey.
By the way,
Yeah.
I told Kathy, and she was not aware of this. Aquavelva and some of the really cheap colognes.
Oh, yeah. People drank
Rhinos
them.
would drink them, yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, you have to hand it to Old Spice. Old Spice is still relevant today. Their
marketing.
Their marketing is fantastic. They make. I will buy their underarm deodorant sometimes. Terry Crews was a spokesperson for them.
Do you know a catchphrase that's right on their site is, if your grandfather didn't wear it, you wouldn't be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, which
All
is
right.
very funny.
Number 2?
Number 2.
All right, Casey, what do you think number 2 was?
We all know what it is.
What
It's
is it?
Drakkar.
I put Drakkar.
It's Drakkar.
All right.
Home run for you guys. That's clearly one that stands out.
Yeah.
Drakkar debuted in 1982 from Gary LaRoche. Drakkar Noir, an utterly unique scent that focuses on themes of masculinity, sensuality, decadence, darkness, and lust. Interesting fact, Preston.
Lust.
The name Drakkar is derived from the word Drekkar, a type of Viking longship involving the virile charm associated with Viking warriors.
It sounds like something out of Game of Thrones, like a dragon, Drakkar.
Yes.
You know, something like that.
I wore Drakkar Noir
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
I like the smell, and it's still pretty relevant. All right. What'd you say for number 3?
Nick, why don't you begin?
I thought that was Old Spice, so I'm already wrong there.
All right, this one, number 3, this was the toss-up. It was either going to be Royal Copenhagen, which I'm not familiar with, or Stetson. I went with Royal Copenhagen as number 3.
And I went with Stetson.
All right.
Preston's right.
There you go.
Man. Oh, man. Preston, you are
Number 3 is
By the way, I'm going to ace this. I'll get the other 2.
You are.
For sure.
Royal Copenhagen, launched by the design house of Royal Copenhagen in 1970. Royal Copenhagen is classified as a refined oriental woody fragrance. This masculine scent possesses a blend of orange, lemon, jasmine moss, and amber. It is recommended for evening wear. There you go.
Did you get any splooge? Isn't there one called?
Splooge.
No, that's Jupe. I'm sorry, we're going to do that a little
That's
bit later
the next
on.
round.
All right, so
number 4.
Number 4. All right, I'll begin with that one. So this one, because I couldn't choose between Royal Copenhagen, I had a feeling that number 4 might be this one. It just had a familiar scent to it more so than number 3. So I went with Stetson for number 4.
And I was wrong. I already know that I was wrong.
And
So I went with Royal Copenhagen.
You'd be wrong as
And
well.
so did I, yeah. So I think Casey and I are going to go 1 for 5, and Preston's going to go 5 for 5.
Preston,
Yeah, but the next
he
one,
got
I
it
think I'm
again.
gonna-
Stetson, yes.
Stetson!
Yes.
All right.
Stetson debuted in 1981. Probably would have hit in the realm when you guys were really using a lot of, you were starting your cologne using,
Yeah.
right? The cologne captures the spirit of the Western frontiers, Preston, landscapes and the smell of sage after a downpour. Stetson set a new legacy in motion.
After a downpour.
Yes.
Wait, let me-
Has to be after a downpour.
I'm going to snip that again while you're describing this and see if I pick up on any
All
of
right,
those
so
notes.
it captures the spirit of Western frontiers landscapes and the smell of sage after a downpour.
You know what? When you say it like that and I'm smelling it at the same time,
Well, you would know what sage.
I know what sage smells
Yeah.
like. I'm picking
By
up
the way,
a tiny
what
bit
you
of
do,
that.
and I didn't put all of them in, but they all have basically it's like a 3-tier scent combination, like almost like a major, a middle, and a minor, and it's amazing. That
By the way,
they put that amount of work into it.
there are people that it is their job to determine what these combinations are, and they'll test them regularly, and they get paid handsomely. I mean, a lot of money to be able to pick up on certain notes of scent.
Absolutely.
And they're
Like-
tested to make sure that they are indeed, they have that sharp of a note.
You had a story about, I think, one of the world's premier fragrance experts who worked. I forget what it was for, more for women's perfumes, but they were making lots of money. Do you remember the?
All right, before we get into the beef out, a couple things. Steve, you wanted to mention something.
Thank you, Preston. It is Kegs for Cats. It is actually the way the calendar's working out this year. It's the one event that Max Fun is going to be able to do for fundraising, done with the Morris Animal Refuge. It is this Friday from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. It is at the fantastic Philadelphia Brewing Company. As I said, for our benefits, Max Fun and the Morris Animal Refuge, the Community Cats Program. This gets cats off the street and takes care of surgeries and stops them from procreating. And obviously, the problem is always terrible in the city with these animals that are being, killed, and you don't want that. So it is a great time, though. It's a great happy hour. There's food from Algorithm, which is great, great food provider, vegan and vegetarian options, nothing but cakes, drinks from Philadelphia Brewing Company, beer and cider, kitten cuddling, great raffles and prizes, live music by a punk band called Kitty Rotten that actually dresses up like cats. And there's different ticket packages available. Raffles, as I said before, all this stuff is included with these different ticket packages. You can purchase them ahead of time at morrisanimalrefuge.org, or you can purchase them at the door. Again, I'm your host for the evening. It is as chill as it gets. And by participating, you're going to help save a lot of cats' lives. So hopefully I'll see you this Friday at the Philadelphia Brewing Company. Thanks, Preston.
Nice. All right, real quick, I wanted to thank Anthony Pena, who had sent a postcard. Every now and then we get postcards.
I love postcards.
And it says, hey guys, I'm traveling again, podcasting my ass off, laughing like a fool with my headphones on, and you make each day so much brighter. And he says, Nick, I am channeling you here in Alaska. And he sent the postcard from Denali.
No kidding.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
He says, miss you guys, and I'll see you at Camp Up. Man, he's doing some serious traveling then.
I saw a post on Instagram a week or two ago that was getting to all 8 national parks in Alaska in 2 weeks. And I was just like, wow. I mean, I guess that's possible and doable, but why would you want to do that to yourself?
It's kind of cliff noting.
Yeah.
You should spend time. There's so many amazing parks within Alaska. So when we took our cruise, and did Alaska, which I wholly recommend, you could have gone further north and done the Denali thing, which I'd like to do at some point.
Nice. All right, so thanks for that, Anthony. We appreciate it. All right, let's get some B-File stories.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Pella is celebrating 100 years of innovation with 40% off of installation or 0% APR for 24 months. Visit PellaPhilly.com today. Out of Maine, a man who runs a drone business, often helping search for missing people and animals, says one of his drones was shot in midair earlier this week. Rob Russell runs 2A TAC Air Services, and he searches for missing pets and people across Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont using his 3 drones. He said he was flying in Corinth on Tuesday, and he was looking for 2 missing beagles when he says someone shot the drone out of the sky.
I bet it was one of the beagles.
Damaging its front sensors. He said had it hit the camera, that's an additional $5,000, and at that point, they can't fix it. He said the drone was up 366 feet when he was alerted to a problem and landed it. He said, I didn't think much of it. Sometimes they go off and it's nothing. I didn't know that it was shot until I saw the hole through the sensors. He said authorities are now investigating. He said it both violates Maine statutes and it's also a federal offense. Shooting a commercial drone is the same charge as shooting at a plane full of people. He said, I can't use it. It's going to be out of use for a long time, and that affects what I do. He said it's rare for a drone to be shot at, but the consequences are serious. Repairs could cost thousands of dollars, setting his business back.
I saw the story about this business that was actually offering some sort of, it wasn't exactly a firearm, but the whole purpose was to shoot drones out of the sky.
Really?
And they closed the business down for this very reason, Preston. It's illegal.
I mean, you could probably shoot them down with the, when you do the skeet shooting and stuff, right?
Well, a shotgun. If you're close enough.
Yep, depends on how far away it is. So he's going to try and get that stuff repaired. So it could cost him $20,000.
By the way, there's a lot of great rescues and things that are occurring because of these drones.
Oh, yeah.
And beagles.
A San Francisco Bay Area chef with a previous arrest on suspicion of bank robbery is back in custody after allegedly hitting 3 San Francisco banks last week. Valentino Luchin, 62 years old, faces multiple charges of robbery and attempted robbery after a one-day spree. On Wednesday, San Francisco police received an alert for a robbery at a bank at 1100 on the 1100 block of Grant Avenue. By the time they arrived, the suspect had fled, but an employee provided a description of a man she had said passed her a note demanding money. The employee gave him a bag of cash, and as the investigation unfolded, police learned 2 other bank robberies took place that same day. So he hit 3 banks in one day.
Was he wearing white with a big puffy hat?
Maybe that's how he was easily caught.
What I would do is I would check where the chefs go to surf.
So those robberies all involved a suspect with a similar physical description. Police soon identified Luchin, who lives in the area, as a suspect, and he was taken into custody. He's currently in the county jail awaiting charges. It's not his first brush with the law. Before his legal troubles, he worked as the executive chef at Rose Pistolas in San Francisco. He then opened Ottavio, serving as both owner and the head chef. But the restaurant closed in 2016, sending him into a tailspin of financial woes. In 2018, he allegedly walked into a bank in order to tell her to give him cash. He walked away with $18,000. After he was taken into custody a short time later, he gave a jailhouse interview blaming his desperation over the collapse of the restaurant for his actions. He said, I thought it was a good plan, but it was not.
Back off, Chef Child.
Luchin's LinkedIn page lists his occupation as a self-employed chef, and he the Old Clam House, one of the oldest restaurants in San Francisco. He was their chef.
Could also be a strip club.
It's not clear if he still works there or not, but yeah. So dude thought it was a good idea, and then a bad idea, and then he was like, maybe that is a good idea.
That would be a waste of time.
All right, if a guy wakes up with a hatchet wound in his head, it's probably not a relationship that he's meant to be in. In Fargo, North Dakota, Lena DiOliveria has been arrested after a man claimed that she assaulted him with a weapon. Another man at the scene, who was seen sleeping in the Times, said he woke up to the sound of screaming and ID'd her swinging down a hatchet. The man didn't see the impact, but he did report hearing a sound like splitting wood. The victim was reportedly her boyfriend and was reported also missing 2 fingers when he was taken to the hospital.
I thought you were the one.
And incidentally, if you catch a look at the mugshot, seems like she was happy to have that picture taken. She's actually really cute.
I saw.
And smiling and looks happy. And
damn good with a hatchet.
Yeah. A Florida woman saved her puppy by punching a 5-foot alligator that had grabbed the dog during a walk.
Wow.
Danny Wright was walking her 4-month-old Shih Tzu named Dax near a creek behind her Land O'Lakes home when the alligator suddenly emerged from moss-covered water and bit the dog's collar. The alligator tried to drag Dax into the water, but Wright held onto the leash and fought back. She repeatedly punched the alligator in the eye until it loosened its grip, though the gator's teeth scraped down her arm as she pulled away.
Honestly, if I had a small dog, I'd be very cautious walking them around bodies of water like that in Florida.
Oh, definitely. Are alligators' teeth sharp?
Yes, they are.
Well, no. They look blunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not
but
like
they are sharp.
Not like a shark's tooth. That's like
no, probably not. But they have incredible jaw strength.
Right.
Dude, yeah, they're pointy.
Yeah.
He's saying they're
when you say they're blunt, I was thinking like
They to me
like
they
a Farrah Fawcett smile.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they're a little bit pointier than I thought they were.
Well, you're thinking is like a shark's tooth, like a great white shark's tooth, like a razor. No, but
these are like razors. They're like daggers.
Yeah, they would hurt.
Yeah. Wright, a former college rugby player, was able to flip the alligator onto its back and
that just happened.
And escape with her dog. Wildlife officials later trapped and removed the 5-foot alligator from the area. Now I see an alligator with human teeth in my mind right now.
How do they look?
Yeah.
I got some crowns. Do they look good or do they look weird? They look weird, don't they?
Wright said that she had
Casey said they look too sharp.
never seen an alligator in that spot before, and the gator had come about 15 feet out of the water to attack. She warns other dog owners to be more alert near water since alligators often mistake dogs for prey. And they're attracted by their barking. We just found a picture of an alligator with human teeth and braces. Dude, that's really funny.
That's actually good.
My God.
Yeah.
Both Wright and Dax survived. They had minor injuries, and that's where we will wrap up the bizarre file for you at this point in time. Today's Tattoos Day. Don't miss out on your opportunity to win a free tattoo from the Preston and Steve Show and Flirting World Tattoo and Piercing. A $350 gift certificate is what you'll get. They're at 1729 South Street. If you would like to enter to win, go to WMMR.com and click on the contest page. You'll find the entry. Get signed up. We give it away at the end of the show. We'll be right back.
Which was the
cowboy.
Well, the woman like calls into the radio station, and the guy left his hat.
Yes.
Yeah. And he had a good smell about him.
But it was a cowboy hat, right?
Yes.
Okay,
it was
all
a
right.
Stetson hat.
It's a Stetson, of course.
There you go. Makes sense.
I would just like to point out that I got 100%.
Yeah.
I got an A+ on that.
I think next round I'm going to get an A+.
All right,
Okay.
next round. We tried to break them up because remembering
So
what you guys.
Gray flannel was 5?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, we didn't get to go to that. I'm sorry. So number 5 out of
by default.
All right,
Default is number 5.
Gray flannel. That was my scent. I loved gray flannel.
Would you like to hear the history of gray
And
flannel?
I hope that I get to keep this bottle when we're done.
I think we'll work something out.
Okay. All right.
Launched in 1975 by Jeffrey Bean, gray flannel is classified as a luxurious woody fragrance. This masculine scent possesses a blend of lemon, orange, violet, cinnamon, Nick, you were bringing up cinnamon, and rose, accompanied by woody notes of oak and sandalwood.
Oh. By the way, somebody texted in and said Captain Blackfingers just used all these heavily to cover up that skunk and burnt rubber smell.
Oh, they know you so well.
One of the things I loved about gray flannel was it came in a little flannel bag. A little gray flannel bag.
Good marketing.
Yeah. And I dug that. So we're looking at 2 different pictures. I used the one on the left here in that darker bottle.
Yeah, I think that's what we have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know
Well
what?
done, Preston.
I like this.
Yeah,
I like that scent.
And usually, like when you're going to the fragrance department, you can get the same cologne in 2 different types. And one is an eau de toilette, and the other one is a
parfum.
Parfum.
So there are
one of
these
them is
distinctions.
Stronger.
Yes.
Yeah. So
You're
one
exactly
is a
right.
more concentrated smell that will stay on you longer. And I don't know which one that is.
Well, I was talking with Preston. They used to call them like splash-ons or
Yeah.
You know, like Axe body spray is more. It's not a cologne technically, right? It's,
No.
it's
But it's a body spray. It's,
Yeah,
that's
there's-
different.
Right.
Casey's
yeah.
right. There's different levels, and so I think parfum, Casey, or parfume is the strongest of the three.
Okay.
And then what's toilet water?
That is water that you poop and pee in.
Great flannel is a toilet water.
Yeah,
It says eau de toilette, toilette spray, vaporizer. So, by the way, I'm so happy. I'm going to start wearing this again. I kid you not. It's going to bring back some memories. By the way, I got a text that says, being in that studio right now would be my nightmare. I'm extremely allergic to fragrance like anaphylactic, EpiPen, go to the
Oh my
ER.
God.
Allergic.
Well, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
They'd be dead. Kathy's barely hanging
Yeah, I was
on.
going to say it is my nightmare, but I'm not like that. I'm not as bad as that.
All right, so Preston got 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for Preston.
Yeah,
Well
and I were
done.
2 out of 5.
During this intermission, which, by the way, we can all smell our coffee grounds here.
Okay, good.
Kathy wanted to, we'll take this time to mention a winter activity or something that you participated in, correct?
Yes. So last night, I wanted to get the picture ready. We will put it up on social media. But so this weekend is Chestnut Hill on Ice. It's an event that's taking place. It's on Friday and Saturday. Friday night tonight and all day tomorrow. And they have live ice carvings. There's ice sculptures all down Germantown. At Laurel Gardens, they have little they'll have some little huts where some of the businesses are selling things. But I went last night for a preview, and they did a WMMR ice sculpture.
No way.
Yeah. So I got a picture of it. It's really cool. It's
You
going to
have
be
it right there?
Yeah, it's going to, no, I'll pull it up, Steve. So it'll be out there this weekend. And then we went to a brand new restaurant. It just opened. It's called Adelina's. It's right on Germantown. It's a beautiful restaurant. The owner did such a nice job renovating it. The food was delicious. The drinks were great. But Steve, you have a little connection to this person. I don't know if you'll remember him because he was a kid, but his family owned Bella Trattoria.
Oh, yes.
In Manioc. He
Yeah.
goes, I remember Steve coming in all the
All the
time.
time.
Steve and Claire.
Yeah.
They would come in. He's like, they would get takeout. They'd sit and eat.
Yeah, we love that restaurant.
I would go
So
there all
it's-
the time too. When my wife lived in Manioc. Oh my
so
God.
did we. Yeah.
And
So he's
I was so sad when they went away. It was a great Italian
when they
restaurant.
closed. So
Yeah.
the son is the owner, and he's also married to our friend Andrea from the Flyers.
No way.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So I'm telling you, this restaurant was. It was awesome. Like it looked like it. I'm so happy that it's in Chestnut Hill. It's such a great.
I'm thrilled now too.
Yeah,
because
great.
I live 2 miles away. Yeah.
Yeah, so such a great little neighborhood. But this Chestnut Hill on Ice, again, like I said, it's tonight and tomorrow. They're doing live ice carvings. There's like one of the synthetic ice skating rinks. Everybody, there's warming stations all down Germantown in front of all
is
the
it going to
shopping.
be open? I mean, if the weather's inclement, will they still keep going? Because it's ice, it's snow stuff anyway.
So
I
they're hoping they can get it in tonight. It starts at 5
All right.
tonight. So they're hoping they can get a little bit of the event in tonight. And then by tomorrow, that's what they were saying. They were worried about the snow, but they're going to try to clear everything out so people can come out.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that stuff. There's some impressive things when you see those ice sculptures.
The ice sculptures, yeah.
Love it.
They also did Jen Fred's face yesterday. I got a picture of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So the guy apparently is amazing and has been he goes all over the place carving these big ice sculptures. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Well, we got sniffing to do.
Yeah, we do.
WMMR.
Round
We do.
two.
We're gonna continue the sniff test. By the way, here's a text that explains perfume.
Not
and-
quite right.
No?
No.
Okay.
Eau de parfum and perfume. I'm sorry. Eau de toilette and parfum are different, but they're based in the same thing. Eau de toilette is just more diluted, so it's more.
Okay.
It's with toilet water they dilute it, right?
Well, essentially, they just parfum is stronger.
Sure, that
than
makes
eau de
sense.
toilette. Yeah.
Okay.
We just scooped this out of the toilet.
Yes.
And put it in there.
Smell
Is
it.
there such a thing as prison cologne, Preston? If they're making prison wine, right?
There's got to be. All right, you ready for round two?
Yeah, all right, guys.
All right,
Start
so
sniffing.
the cards have been brought in, and Casey and Nick and I are going to go through these and see if we can identify.
Just to let everyone know, Preston, what this round entails, the scents they are smelling will include Brut, Jupe, Jovan Musk, English Leather, and Aqua de Selva. Now, Kathy, is that Aqua Velva?
Okay, I don't know, but so that's what he gave me. So I searched to see if it was Aqua Velva
Yeah.
or not. I don't think it is. I think it's something different.
Okay, because it does fall. When I did a check of these, what we'll call lower level colognes, this popped up a lot.
There's no Aqua Velva in here. I smelled all 5 of these. There's no Aqua.
Okay.
I,
All right.
I could identify that.
All right.
This is hard. I'm not going to get very
Casey
correct.
thinks this is his John here.
And why, Casey? You think you know several of these?
Having a hard time.
So, Steve, I was going to say before is my scent wasn't always like this. In high school, I wore perfume. I remember my perfume was Benetton.
That seems insane to think of you wearing perfume
right?
now.
And I actually remember the day where I was like, okay, you can't do this anymore. I went to work. I was working at NBC 10.
Right.
So this was after college, and I had sprayed some of the Benetton, and it got like on the collar of the sweater, so it wasn't just on my skin. I had the worst day. It gave me such a migraine headache. It was awful. And after that, I'm like, that's it. I certainly can't wear perfume. And then I moved to like the Bath and Body, just the sprays, which are much lighter. Couldn't do those.
You should do patchouli. That's always wonderful.
No, and so now obviously I don't.
That's
wear
interesting.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even use like scented lotions.
Do you smell my cologne that I have 2 colognes that I wear?
No.
Yeah.
And I had this conversation with somebody last night. The way you guys wear cologne, if anybody wears it, for me, you do it the right way. You don't overdo it.
All right.
I could smell it if I get close to you, like when we're taking pictures, but not at the distance that we're at in the studio.
I think that's the way it should be. So you get your neck sniffed, right, Nick?
I love getting my neck sniffed to this day. I mean, I probably started in high school. I'm sure that it's a Pavlovian thing at this point, but yeah.
The lunch lady just sniffed my neck.
I wonder,
honestly, like if she was into it, bring it over.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I wonder though if because I'm looking at the Brute bottle. And that's not the Brute bottle that I'm used to
You think it changed?
seeing. Well, I don't know, because you remember the Brute bottle was green. It was a green, a dark green, and almost I feel like you couldn't even see through the green. But
why are you looking at the bottle?
It doesn't. It's not doing anything.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I just looked over. I'm like, oh, that's not the Brute bottle. I'm used to looking at.
Preston has definitely got his nose buried in the card.
These are hard.
He's working it though. Preston looks like a professional.
I want to smell yours, Nick.
Oh man.
Yeah, smell my neck first.
Yeah.
Though.
No, because I want to see if I can get the.
Okay. But could you just smell my neck anyway?
No,
All right.
that's disgusting.
All right, you guys.
Getting close. I got 2 more to narrow down. I only know 1 for sure.
Preston's now. Case, your cologne of choice is in this collection as a younger man.
Yeah, Jovan.
Or you're still young. I'm the old
So
bastard.
Jovan Musk. There was a young lady that was on my diving team. Her name is Carrie.
Okay.
That I liked her.
Yeah.
I was smitten, and
I'll never forget.
she said that she loved the smell of Jovan Musk, and so Kathy, I sprayed Jovan Musk on my Sammy. Sammy is a chamois.
Chamois,
but Sammy was the brand name of the chamois, and so I did that because she said she liked the smell of Jovan Musk.
Wow.
Of these 5, which do you guys like the least? Because I have a least
Jupe.
favorite. Well, I mean the number-wise case.
What? Number wise?
Yeah. My least favorite is 3.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
As a result, I think I have a guess for that.
Okay, me
But
too.
believe it or not, I'm having a hard time locating Jovan Musk.
Okay.
All right.
And I actually switched it. I had Jovan and Brute kind of mixed
make
up.
your decision.
Casey's
Yeah.
got them all entered, except
right.
he's
I'm good.
faltering on 1.
Final answer.
All right, final answer.
All right. So let's start the process here. I think Preston nailed the first round, and Nick, you got 2, right?
Yeah, Casey and I both got 2.
No,
Okay.
we both got 1.
Oh.
No, we got 2.
No, we didn't.
We got gray flannel right. We got 5.
What did you say gray flannel was?
5.
Oh, I did not get that right.
Oh.
I got that wrong.
All right.
All right.
So
I only got 1.
All right. What did you guys say was number 1?
Who you want to start with?
Let's start with you, Preston.
Okay. I had number 1 as English leather. I was going back and forth between it and Jovan Musk, I believe, but I think I went with number 1 as English leather.
I went with Aqua de Selva because I had never smelled that before, and and number 1 I thought was the most unfamiliar, so I went with Aqua de Selva.
Nick?
I went with a total guess and also went with English leather.
Okay.
All right. Number 1 was Jovan Musk.
Oh,
Wow, was it really?
See, Jovan Musk is an oily musk and a standalone fragrance. It debuted in 1973, Preston. Jovan Musk is a luxurious, gentle floral. It is a fragrance every man can use. This masculine scent possesses a blend of spices, lavender, and citrus.
And English leather was the one that I thought for sure I could pick out. That's too bad.
And that's the one that I sprayed on my Sammy, and
couldn't get it.
no, it's just
Couldn't get laid. All right.
None of us got it right.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, so number 2.
Number 2, I think that was the one I'm most confident in. That's Brute.
All right, Nick?
Jupe.
All right, Casey?
that was the one I put as Jovan Musk.
Preston's right.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yep.
Brute.
My
Oh,
dad
man.
used to use Brute. He was a Brute
All right.
and a Old Spice guy.
So Brut Cologne launched by the design house of Fabergé in 1964. Brut is classified as a flowery fragrance. This masculine scent possesses a blend of citrus, top notes with hints of spice. Yeah, Brut. It's like, why not name it Masher?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cad.
Casey almost had it right.
I had that. Brut was my first guest.
You crossed it out?
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. I had, real quick, I want to do a shout out. I got this from Andrew Yost. He says, hey, my name's Andrew. I am 32 years old, live right over the bridge in South Jersey, and I would like to request a shout out from my Aunt Susan Bresch. Her birthday is Tuesday, September 16th. She is the one who got me into the Preston and Steve show over 10 years ago, and I've been hooked ever since. She took me and my brother to our first barbecue, and now we go every single year. She does so much for me, my girlfriend, and my little brother, and I never know what to get her every year for her birthday because the woman has everything. So I figured nothing would be better than a big, juicy shout out from our favorite morning show. If you could do this on Tuesday, September 16th, around 9, this is as close as I can get it, by the way, Andrew. Then I greatly appreciate it, and she will certainly lose her S. Thank you so much, and rock on. Sincerely, Andrew. So here's the chart. And thank you so much, Aunt Susan, for turning everybody on.
I want to do a special commendation or recognition of people who are advocates for the show, who get other people to listen. We were out in Westchester outside that event at Lorenzo's, and how many people came up and said, oh, they got this person that they were with got me into listening to the show.
Yeah.
And, if you're an active prophet, we appreciate it.
Well, I mean, listen, it happens on work sites all the time, so, somebody brings the, the DeWalt boombox or whatever, and it's like, this is what we're listening to because it's my boombox. And then that just like, it like sort of snowballs.
It means a lot. It means a lot.
No, my buddy's dad was he worked at Boeing for a number of years. I believe he was, he painted like helicopters and stuff, but he said when you would walk down the line, just from workstation to workstation, was always MMR. So we can't thank you guys enough for that. Yeah.
Love hearing about that. Thank you. If anybody has stories to share like that, feel free to pass those along, and I will do my best to pass them along here on the air. Right now, I'm going to pass along a story that involves my wife.
Yes.
The lovely Rochelle. So before I tell you what this is, have you ever had someone, or maybe even you yourself have done this, mispronounced a word? And once that mispronunciation happens, you have a hard time saying the word the correct way.
I've had times where we never said the correct word again. That it just becomes
yes,
and I know one in particular, which I'll reveal in a little bit. But you go ahead.
I mean, we do this all the time on the show. I mean, we don't say kayak.
No, kayak.
Right, but we do that in a joking way.
Yeah.
Okay, we do that for fun. When I see the word kayak written out, I know how to pronounce it. But Jackie calls it kayaki, kayak. He can't say kayak.
Right. Yeah.
But Rochelle said a word the other day, and she and I and Caleb found ourselves having a hard time saying it the correct way, and even second guessing whether or not we were saying it the correct word. Is that how you say it?
Right.
Okay.
And so
where it made made you second guess.
Oh, we started cracking up when she said this, and we started busting her balls about it. And then afterwards, like yesterday, I brought it up again, and I wanted to remind myself to mention it to you guys. So I took my phone and I asked Siri to make a reminder.
Right.
And I said, Siri, set a reminder for, whatever time. And then I would just say the word.
Yeah.
And then it would remind me. Now, I was trying to say the word correctly because I knew it wouldn't recognize the mispronunciation and therefore wouldn't write it out.
Sure.
So I tried 3 times
to say the word correctly.
And it
wouldn't recognize it.
Well, no, I couldn't say it correctly.
Oh, I see.
The wrong word kept coming out of my mouth. And I'm like, why can't I say this correctly anymore? It's because she had said it wrong, and we thought it was so funny. So the word, and I have to think really hard about this, is doppelganger.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that word.
Doppelganger.
Yeah, but I now know it as Doppergangle.
Doppergangle.
And I kept saying, hey, I'm not going to say my digital assistant's name because it's going to trigger my phone over again. I'm like, set a reminder for tomorrow Doppelgangle. And
Doppelgangle.
It would come back and it would say, set a reminder set for 5:30 tomorrow, Doug.
What?
And I'm like, wait, I didn't.
That's not even
no,
close.
and I was like, I said it wrong. I thought I said it right.
So she said doppelganger.
Doppelgangle.
Doppelganger.
And so now, when trying to say doppelganger, it comes out doppelgangle.
Yeah.
And I think I've said it correctly.
So that collection of consonants and the way that rolls out, that could be difficult to come back from. I'm even in my head now, I'm wrestling with it. Doppelganger, and I can't.
Doppelgangle.
I'm having difficulty saying the wrong pronunciation, which you've just told me.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Hang on.
Was it being used correctly?
It was correct, and its definition was a doppelganger. But she just said doppelgangle.
Doppelgangle.
And I thought it was hilarious, but then after revisiting it a couple times, I realized I'm having a hard time saying the correct word. And I know at some point I'm going to try to use the word legitimately to someone, and I'm going to say it wrong.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to come out wrong. Real quick, hang on. I want to go to Ed because he immediately has one to share. Hey, Ed, good morning. Ed, are you there?
He's listening to me.
Hey, Ed, you're on the air. D-bag. Yeah. You're there. What's up, dude?
Oh, my name is Don, not Ed.
Okay, apparently Sam thinks Don sounds like Ed. It's like
it's the same
doppelganger.
thing, doppelganger.
All right, Don, sorry about that. And I didn't mean to call you a douchebag, or whatever I called you. What is what's the mispronunciation you can't undo?
So I always call the movie Blazing Saddles Bladding Sizzles.
Blazing
sizzles?
Blading.
Yep. I just got it wrong one day, and it just stuck. Bladding Sizzles.
Bladding sizzles. And so you have to work really hard to say blazing saddles correctly, right?
That is correct, yes.
There's like
there's a mechanism that switches.
Something, some function has messed up.
Well, it's also, I think, in the sounds and the way your mind processes sounds. I think doppelganger is a perfect example of a word that if you say it wrong and it locks, it might be hard to shake that.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
Somebody texted and said, "Don't worry, Presbo. Words are hard."
They are hard.
They are.
And there's so many of them.
Oh, somebody said a wild spoonerism.
Yeah, I've heard spoonerisms before. It's exactly what you're doing.
That's
Doppelganger
horse
into the word that you were saying is a spoonerism.
Okay.
Yeah, that's horse stammer. That's Albrise.
You said doppelgangle.
No, I said doppelganger into
Did
the
you?
word. You can pull up the tape if you
Well,
want.
I'm not accusing you, Nick. I just thought you said that.
Okay.
You seemed defensive. Sorry.
No, I was.
Okay.
I'm not the one being defensive. You're the one
being
being
defensive.
It's him, right?
All right. So it says here a wild spoonerism. Somebody said, "How do we get butterflies originally called flutterbys?"
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Really? They were originally called flutterbys?
I had never heard.
Which makes sense.
Flutterby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what was butter originally called?
Popcorn sauce.
Popcorn sauce. I love that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
Let's do a check on that butterfly thing. That seems like it might be an urban legend or
myth of some sort.
Doppelganger.
All right.
Now I'm having trouble saying it the wrong way.
What were you going to say, Steve?
So it's a little different than that, but it's when it gets locked into your mind, it's hard to shake it. So years ago, there was a store in New York that my wife would go to all the time called Premio. Mm-hmm. And it was a curio place where you get like Precious Moments figures. Well, down here, Primo Hoagies became Premio. And now I find it hard a lot of times, and even though I go to Primo's all the time, is to not call it Premio. And I reflexively call it, even if I see it in print.
Right.
That's the process. My mind will immediately go to the pronunciation of Premio. And it's, it's just one of those things that's locked and loaded, and it kind of burns in.
It happens with me with song lyrics all the time. There's a song that I love called, I almost said it by my mistake.
Go ahead.
But it's called Limb by Limb. And I would always sing it bit by bit. And even, I mean, this song is maybe like 30, 25 years old or something along those lines. And I still will find, when I'm singing along with it, I will go back to bit by bit. And I know that it's not bit by bit.
Yeah, so when you're placing out entire words,
Right.
Yeah, that can be something unto itself. So these are technically spoonerisms, right?
I've never heard that term before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the butterfly thing I don't think is legit. Okay. The etymology of butterfly comes from the Old English word butterflyge, a compound of butter and fly. So I don't think that one had any credence to it.
All right, we'll go next to Mel. Hi there, Mel. Good morning.
Hi, it's your favorite BTS Army Mel.
Mel.
What's up, Mel?
Hi. So I went to Arcadia University, and I jokingly called it Arcadia once, and now I cannot get it out of my head. I read it, I pass by it every day, and I say it, I can only think Arcadia.
Arcadia. And now, do you actively have to correct it? Does it just by default become Arcadia?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just play it off as a joke every time.
Even though it's a mistake.
Oh, I'm just kidding around.
I'm just kidding around.
Okay.
Yeah, that would fall into that. Absolutely.
So
and
it's got to go. It should go back to Beaver, right?
University.
Yeah, it should go back to Beaver. Yeah.
Beaver.
All right. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate
Fun fact, they used to.
Go ahead.
They used to have Beaver Beach. They used to have hoodies that said Beaver Beach because the middle of the campus, people would sunbathe in it.
Oh,
Beaver Beach. Yeah, that'd be very popular.
Like Bikini Hill.
Yeah, Bikini Hill. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Nice beaver.
Is that Villanova?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we will go next to. I'm going to go to Kate. Hi, Kate. Good morning.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Hey, my son Liam also wants to say hi real quick.
Okay.
Hi. So my son Francis, his older brother, when he was like 3, we went to family Christmas, and he started telling everyone Harry Miss. And now everyone in the entire family, my oldest is about to turn 14. We still all greet each other, Harry Miss.
It's stuck.
And you're doing that jokingly, or do some people actually mispronounce it?
I think it's just a thing we all do now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like-
it's just a cute
like,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
A family cute thing. I mean, we had
Thanks,
that too.
Kate.
My dad, and I talked to you guys about this before, but my dad, I accidentally spilled milk on the kitchen table all over my meal, and my dad was so mad, and he yelled at me, and he's like, "You ruined a perfectly good pita meat." And like we all just immediately just started laughing at him. So that's not him mispronouncing because he didn't know the word,
Right.
You know,
In the
he just
fluster.
flubbed,
Yeah.
You know, and then that just became pita meat for the rest of eternity.
Our entire show, a great portion is predicated on
Yeah.
the original. The Conjuring is one that I find it hard to say The Conjuring, just out of because I prefer it's funnier to say The Conjuring.
Yep.
And there are many that have occurred throughout the 20 plus years, 25 years.
But when your brain actually thinks, you have to second guess. Am I saying that right?
Right.
That's where it's kind of weird. I will go to. Oh, Casey, this froze up on me.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, hang on. Let me,
All these X's came up on the screen, and then
Smash it with a hammer.
Yeah, I'm gonna just smash it with a hammer.
Okay, what are you doing?
Horse hammer. I just restarted it.
Just
Okay.
hit it with Horst Hammer.
All right, Horst Hammer. That was one of them. Like I had a hard time. Once I said that, and then I said it incorrectly a few more times. Like I wasn't jokingly. The consonant switched.
What's the name that the guy who cast iron?
Cast Isle Kyron.
Cast Isle Kyron. How many times did I say that wrong?
Cast Isle Kyron.
That's harder for me to say than cast iron. And see, now I'm
There it
screwing
is.
up. I can't do it.
There it is.
Yeah.
It gets stuck.
Cast Isle Kyron.
Here's one I think I've done before. I'm going to go to Kyle. Hey, Kyle, good morning.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Kyle.
How you guys doing? First time caller, long time listener.
Oh,
Thank
awesome.
you. Is this Cast Isle Kyron?
I just heard that. I was hoping that you picked me just for that reason.
No, but you have a good one. A mispronunciation that just gets stuck and you can't undo it.
I can't undo it. I'm not sure exactly what started it, but every time we're in a car and we're going, past the farm field or something, I always say, look at the cow over there next to that hail of bay.
Hill of Bay.
Yeah.
And sometimes I when I say it the right way, bale of hay, is that the right way? Bale of hay?
Yes. And that's how I feel about Doppelgangle. I'm like, wait, that's no, it's Doppelganger.
Oh
And
my God.
I just can't get it right.
I don't have a good story for how it originated.
No,
it just happens.
But that would squarely fall in this topic, which is you now it's locked in your head that way, and you can't shake it.
It's the same reason, like we say, oh God, and I'll probably say it right, and I'm going to try and say it wrong. Bernie and Ert.
Bernie and Ert.
Or Ert and Bernie.
Yes.
The story of
you can get in a loop.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Sliced thinly? Sliced thinly?
It was slicely thinned.
Slicely thinned.
And then thin slicely.
Right, yeah.
Thin slicely.
Thin slicely.
The story of Kathy correcting, and she's in front of an audience.
Bernie and Ert.
Yeah.
No, it's Ert and Bernie.
It's Ert and Bernie.
Who's named Ert?
That's the thing, because Bernie's a legit name.
Bernie's a legit name, but Ert should be the tip-off.
God, hang on. We'll go to Kevin next. Hi, Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning. So this one started in the 80s with the Cosby Show.
Okay.
We don't, the little toasted bread you put on your salad?
Right.
It's Crowton.
Crowton?
Instead of crouton.
I've never said crouton. It's Crowton.
It's Crowton for you.
Have you had people look at you weird if you asked for Croutons on your salad?
Oh, 100%.
Yep. And you're just stuck there. You can't say it the right way.
Yeah,
I grew up in the 80s. I heard it then, and it just never changed.
Well, the 80s were the time for croutons.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Kevin!
It was the crouton
It's the
era.
crouton decade.
Crouton decade, if you know. Let's see. I will go to Dan. Hi, Dan. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man?
About 7-8 years ago, we started shopping at Aldi's. I have to be careful how I say it because back then when we were shopping there, and I was buying strawberries and blueberries every week. I would notice every time you picked everyone up and looked at the bottom, they were moldy. So after a while, I started calling them Moldies instead of Aldi's. So I would be on the phone with corporate trying to tell them they got to be more picky when they put stuff out. So one day I was on the phone with them and I actually said, I was at one of your moldy locations and said, excuse me, what was that? And I said, Aldi's. It's
that was more out of a joke that you.
Yes, that was grown from it. Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
And by the way,
Appreciate
I
that.
love my blueberries moldy.
I was calling in an order from Poppy's down the shore, and I was giving them my address. And, oh, man, never mind. I'm going to have to... Never mind. I was going to give away my address down the shore.
You messed up your address? You messed up the name of the street?
So I was doing... All right, so there is a P in my street, and I kept saying, all right, because they couldn't understand the street name that I was saying, and I was saying the street name, and then I started spelling it for them, and I would be like, ba, ba, and then the letter is P, but I kept saying M. As in Mary.
Okay.
And I was like, M as in Mary? I'm like, no. No. And I did it 4 times in a row.
Then they have to think that you're calling in a false order.
Right.
Yeah? If you don't know the address.
That's kind of like when it's a little bit different, but if there's a grocery store that I go to and they'll ask for your phone number for the bonus thing or whatever. Yeah. And one time they were like, what's your phone number? And I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember my phone number. And I couldn't remember my freaking phone number.
I just had that happen.
You did?
Because I'd been dealing with a series of numbers, and I was just, and number patterns. So listen, we do this thing where every evening at 6 o'clock, we have a conference call. We have a code that we punch in.
Yes.
And sometimes.
Me too.
I will be like, it is, and we've been doing it every evening.
How many times do you think you've typed that number in? 2,000?
Thousands.
I've had to text you, Casey, because I can't remember the number sometimes.
Especially after like some time off.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
like,
you're like,
the pattern of it just
I
doesn't work in my
reverse them?
brain.
Yes. It's amazing how quickly you lose that.
All right, let's go to Anthony. Hi, Anthony. You're on the air, my man.
Hey, how you doing, Gadzooks?
Gadzooks. All right, what's up?
So, when you get tickets and it's they call them sweet tickets.
Yeah, sweet.
SUITE.
Yeah.
So I always refer to it as sweet tickets or suit tickets. I say suit tickets. So.
Suit tickets.
Yeah, suit tickets. Hey, we got a press box. We got a suit for that event.
Like, I don't want to dress up.
I thought the event was casual.
Yeah. How long did you labor under believing that was the way it was pronounced?
I still do it to this day.
There you go.
I still say suit.
You're in a loop for whatever reason. I mean, it's very close. They just dropped the E and you got suit. So, wait, there was one that looked. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. Let me go to Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Good morning. What's happening, Jessica?
How are you?
Good.
So, a couple summers ago, we had a barbecue, and we were talking about, I'm going to have to concentrate, choreography.
Yes.
And I said choreography, and a friend of mine just lost her mind laughing, and now we can't get it out of our heads, and I had been using her Hulu account for a while, and I had this ridiculous name for my profile under her Hulu account, but the one day I opened it up, and she had changed it to choreography, a guy named choreography.
That's great.
So
I love it.
When you get that locked into your mind, Jessica, it's hard to stop repeating that, correct?
Yeah, I have to sit and focus really hard to say choreography.
Yeah.
Do you know what I noticed too? And to that, there's something similar to that is people who say insurance.
Okay. Instead of insurance?
Yeah, insurance. Yeah, and it's not that it's that drastic a thing, but to me, it always sounds weird to me. It's probably weird the way I say it to some people.
Right.
But insurance.
My mom's been saying advertisement a lot lately, and I think it's because she watches a lot of like PBS, like Father Brown and Doctor or whatever.
Kids, would you come down here, please, and put on Father Down?
I'm wondering when I might change. So now I'm thinking about insurance, Steve. So I just said insurance instead of insurance.
Right. And both are correct.
I say them differently depending on the context.
Right.
If it's a claim, it would be like an insurance claim.
Right.
But I have insurance adjustment. You know, I might change it depending on what the word is that follows it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But that's more inflection than it is
maybe
pronunciation.
Doppelganger can have that same thing.
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
If the person looks nothing like you, then they're a doppelganger.
All right, I want to hear how Patty pronounces a specific word about a male hormone here. Hi, Patty. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes, and I, to this day, still pronounce it testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yes. And I swear, I've been married for over 40 years, and I think just recently my husband said to me, "What are you saying?" And I said, "Testosterone." And he said, "That's not what it is." And, of course, then we got into an argument, and he told me it was testosterone.
Yes.
And I can't. It'll always be testosterone.
You can't undo it.
Yeah, you spent this much time with it, just take it all the way.
Yep, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Patty.
A lot of times we will call it Chick-fil because that's what my mom will say from time to time.
They said Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, and she's not trying to be cute about it.
Yeah.
Like, she just...
Chick-fil.
Chick-fil.
Yeah.
Do you ever say that when you're trying to say Chick-fil-A?
No.
Stop saying that.
For me, it's a joke. For her, it is a legit mistake.
Yeah.
There's a word that I say that I got called out on, and for the life of me, I never knew that I was supposedly pronouncing it incorrectly. It is the yellow part of an egg.
Yolk.
How do you say it?
Yolk.
Yolk.
Yeah, you say yolk.
Yolk. I have the L pronounced in there.
So I'll say yolk. What is the technically correct pronunciation?
I think the L is silent.
Okay.
But
I think that might be regional, though.
Yeah.
That's like
Maybe.
I think it very well could be regional.
But I did look it up, Nick, when people brought that up to me. I was like, no, you're wrong. I'm right. Well, and I found the pronunciation was Y-O with a line over the top K.
Yolk.
Yolk.
You see you on your deathbed, and Preston, it was yolk. I knew it.
My brother-in-law will pronounce these words because they rhyme in real life, and he pronounces them differently, and I'll spell it for you. And so he pronounces this as if it was spelled L-A-Y-G.
Wait, pronounces what word?
I'm going to spell it for you, and you say it. L-A-Y-G.
Leg?
Leg.
Oh, leg.
Leg.
Yeah.
And
my leg.
Yeah.
Ow, my leg.
Yeah, lady.
Pierre does that with E-G-G-S. He pronounces them eggs.
Egg.
Yeah.
And that's regional. Yeah.
But I think occasionally yolk can rhyme with folk.
Okay, yeah, Nick pulled up a pronunciation on Merriam-Webster's, and it says, in cultivated speech, especially southern U.S., It could be Y-E-L-K, Yelk. Also Y-O-L-K, Yolk. Or
doppelganger.
Yeah, doppelganger. Yalk. I guess it depends on the dialect of sorts. So
that would be an oil and Earl thing too.
Earl.
Yeah.
There's another one. You're
Washington.
Right. Yes. Oh my God.
Rough roof.
Yeah. My in-laws say things like warsh.
Yeah.
Instead of wash. And so there's All right. Well, anyhow, I had never heard doppelganger before, and now I will. I'm going to
can't shake it.
I have to think very clearly about it before I say the word. And thank you, Rochelle, for that, by the way, because we loved it.
Yeah.
We got a real kick out of it. So appreciate the calls. I'm being told we need to wrap up because we have coming up.
Come on, say it right.
David Chokachi. Yeah! I got that one right. I had to really think about it and think Chokachicken.
Chokachicken helped, didn't it?
So he is joining us, former Baywatch star.
Yes.
And he's going to be in President Down, which is available now on Tubi. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back in a second. We'll chat with him. We'll see what else we can get into. So stay put. Thank you for the calls. We appreciate
names
it.
for colognes. In the movie 9 to 5, the boss in the dream sequence said the roles are reversed, and she goes, "Ooh, you're wearing some lovely cologne. What is that?" And he just has this stupid look on his face. He goes, "Stud," which would have been like what a cologne would have been.
Oh my
God,
God,
stud! Come on.
What are the ones in Anchorman?
Oh my God, Sex Panther. Yeah.
Smells like what?
Bigfoot's D.
Yeah. Like a burnt hair wrapped in a dirty diaper or something like that.
All right. Number 3.
I'm wrong again.
Number 3 I put as Joop.
Okay. Casey?
I'm wrong because I wrote it as brute.
All right.
But my initial, I was wrong with that as well. So.
And Nick?
Yeah, I had that as Jovan Musk, so I'm wrong as well.
Number 3 is Aqua de Selva.
Oh, damn it.
Which seems to be the wild card here. It is an aromatic fougere fragrance by Aqua de Selva, launched in 1949. The top notes are lemon, basil, bergamot, lavender, rosemary, with middle notes of pine, thyme, clary sage, cloves of geranium, and the base notes are peat, vetiver, and cedar and musk. That's how complicated these scents are. That's ridiculous.
What, peat, like from an Irish bog?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait a minute. What the hell does this mean? Here's a text that says Jovan Musk was Tukey oil back in the day.
Oh, for your...
what the hell is Tukey oil?
I guess getting laid, right? Tukey?
I don't know. I've never heard the term Tukey before.
Look that one up.
Tukey oil.
All right. We move on to number 4. Casey.
Motor oil.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, Tukey oil.
Yeah.
So I think number 4, I think that's what Joop is.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Man. Well, if you think that's Joop, then I'm wrong because that was your favorite. I put English leather.
I put it as Jovan Musk, and so that's wrong, correct?
Right. Nick?
I said Aqua de Selva, so I'm wrong as well.
Casey's right.
So
Number
4 was Joop.
No, 4 is English leather.
Oh, 4 is English leather. I'm sorry.
Right.
Give me your 5, Nick.
Yeah.
Smell
All
it.
right, English leather was originally created in the 1930s by the Vienna-based MEM company. Because the scent was similar to Russian saddlers to tan leather, it was originally called Russian leather. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I'm smelling this now.
Nostalgic?
Yeah, I'm
No?
way off. I'm way off on it. No,
Well, and
that
now
one
that
doesn't
I
bring
s-
back a memory.
I smell 5 that
Yeah.
it's
All right.
Joop.
All right. So number 5,
Number 5 is
obviously.
Joop, right?
Right.
I had his Joop. I got that one right because I just remember I didn't like the way it smelled. And I wanted to because it was a very, very popular cologne at the time, but I was like, I just can't get into it.
And it's right in the pocket case for you. It debuted in 1986. Created by designer Wolfgang Joop. That's where the name comes from. In Hamburg, Joop possesses a blend of exotic spices, florals, woods, patchouli, Kathy, and honey. It says here, very, very masculine. So what is the tabulation here on that round?
By the way, some people are texting in, or somebody did that Joop is actually pronounced Yop.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yes. So, whatever.
Let's go with that.
All right. Casey, how many did you get?
In that round, I got 2 right.
All right. In that round, I got 1 right.
0 for 5.
0 for 5 on that
Yeah.
one. Nick, what's your final tally?
2.
Casey?
2 out of 10.
What's your final tally?
2. No, 3.
3 out of 10.
All right. And I got 6.
Yeah!
You aced the first round.
Well done.
I'm disappointed in round 2, but man, I went 5 for 5 in
5
round
for
1.
5.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Did you
fact.
get a lot of, as you guys were smelling the various scents, probably more so for you, Preston, were you, was it setting
memories?
off? Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely, especially with Old Spice, Gray Flannel,
and brute.
Any memories of you with a girl saying, but the big game's tomorrow?
That never happened to me when I would have been wearing scents as this. But no, I remember, listen, when I put on Old Spice, I do, like I said on Sundays sometimes, after getting out of the shower and a shave, I'll put on Old Spice and I think about being a little kid and being in the bathroom and my dad would shave and put that stuff on. And it's just a nice memory,
I remember I'd be in there, I'd be grooming my dad's pubic hair as I did on Sunday morning.
Sure, yeah.
You were the right height for that.
On Sundays.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Fun little walk down memory lane with this stuff.
The name of the guy at the kiosk, Kathy, again?
Perfume Island is what it's called, correct?
Yep, and his name is Ali, and he's right in the Plymouth Meeting Mall on the first floor.
Okay.
Did you ever have someone tell you that your cologne was, they didn't like it, or that it was too much, or that it,
No, never anybody outright say anything like that.
So going back to earlier, my South African friend Mike lived with me for a little while, and I had to tell him because he used so much cologne. I was like, it's the whole house, and you smell great, but it is giving me a headache. Could you just maybe just a little bit less?
Just a little bit.
Oh, he was like, oh my God, and he was so nice. He's, oh, I'm so sorry. Like the one spritz less wasn't
Wow, much better now.
Yeah. All right. Anyhow, thank you for joining us on our little olfactory journey. We have other things to get to, so I do want to take a break because we got to get to the Bizarre File, and we have a few guests that are going to be joining us as well, and we'll give away our Word of the Week prize today, too. And don't forget, it's a fill-in-the-block weekend at MMR. Blocks all weekend long. You don't want to miss out on that, so heads up, you get to contribute to that. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. Thanks, Kath. So every now and then, a news story will pop up, and I will know that people want us to talk about it because they send me the article over and over and over. And yesterday, it was brawl at Golden Corral Steakhouse in Bensalem, Pennsylvania.
It's a steakhouse?
Well, not really.
We had just been talking about
It's a
Golden
buffet,
Corral,
but
right?
Yeah, but they're known for steaks.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But yes, it's one of those places you can go in and get your steaks, and it's like Sizzler or Sizzling.
Well, we were talking to somebody
Sizzler,
about
yes,
it, about I forget exactly what we were talking about.
We were actually looking to see, because we said there were none in this area,
Right.
and then I found this one. I said, there's actually one in Bensalem.
And so look at it.
And this is the
We
one-
might have
I think we did
circuitously
this.
caused the brawl.
So, and how
by
many
getting
points-
people so excited for Golden Corral.
Kat, how many points did you guys get awarded? Did Bucks County get awarded just for having a Golden Corral? I think it was like 10 points.
Oh, they didn't get.
I don't think
They
so.
did. No, they did.
No.
As a matter of fact, you spitefully gave them points because I was like,
oh God,
whatever. I don't want to get into it, but
right.
but they get points just for having a Golden Corral.
Marissa, do you remember?
Wait, I'm pulling up the official Word document. Delco versus Bucksco. On 126, 5 points for having an old school buffet, Golden Corral.
Oh,
Okay.
my
All right.
God.
So
and
I
then
got
a
10
brawl. So here's the deal.
You can't take them away.
The way the point system works for the Bi-County Cup is we don't take away points, we only give points. So we're avoiding the negative.
Well,
and we're
hold
only
on. Here's
highlighting the positive.
Maybe this was called for.
Yeah,
Do you know what happened?
Now, I saw a Reddit thread, and it was mainly, it went into different directions, but it was suggesting that it started as an argument because they ran out of steak. Now, I don't know if that's
Okay,
the case
here's
or
what I
not.
heard. That's very tangential to what I heard.
Okay.
I heard it started because someone got their steak before someone perceived that their meal had been ordered after. So there was a question about who got their steak before the other person.
That can be restaurant contention. When you see another
Right.
group,
How are they getting their food?
before you do? Yes.
Not. This is not certified as
Right.
the reason why this has happened.
It's
but
scuttlebutt.
A scuttlebutt. A number of different sources. Apparently, that argument or that perception immediately escalated to chair throwing.
Wow.
Like it got crazy quickly.
It was bad. So a good source for anything Bucks County, whether it's good or bad, is Levittown Now, and they had this story up right after it had happened. I believe it happened on Sunday. But the guy Tom that runs the site, at least according to him, that this place often has security guards.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
I've got Jay on the line. Used to work there.
Okay.
Says there were tons of fights there. So let's go to Jay. Hey, Jay, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Hey, how are you?
Wonderful, man. All right, so you worked at this very Golden Corral?
Yeah, in Ben Salem, dude, that place is a barn, dude. Listen, dude, it was like the UFC in there, dude. Dude, they would fight over it. I want my steak medium. I want it well. Dude, people were jumping in line. I never seen nothing like it, dude. People were trying to hand me money to give them steak. It's insane, dude.
Did you ever know? I assume you've seen the footage of this brawl, right?
What is it?
Did you saw this brawl, right?
Yeah. Did you see the footage that made the news the other day?
No, dude. As soon as I heard it, dude, I had to jump on the phone.
Yeah,
dude,
it's badass, Jay. This is like
I was like, dude, it made the paper finally, dude. Holy.
Well, this is really hardcore. There are people like Steve has said that are throwing chairs and high chairs. There's a guy that picks up a whole table,
yeah,
and you can see a woman come over and go, "Dude, put the table down, man."
Dude, it's insane.
Really,
Listen,
Jay, when did you work there? What was your time there?
I was a chef. I worked there in 2015.
Okay.
I worked there for a year and a half. Dude, I've seen probably, I'm not even lying to you, probably 9 fights.
And would they happen at a Golden Corral? Would they usually happen like
the line goes out the door all the way into the parking lot? I mean, it was hour wait. I mean, I never seen nothing.
All right, Jay, hold on a second. Preston has a question.
Yeah,
Preston?
Jay, would it happen like on weekend nights or at any?
Holidays are the best, dude. Listen, holidays, dude. People are getting smoked, dude. They want that steak, dude. I'm telling you.
I didn't know. No, Jay, I didn't ever realize that the big draw at the Golden Corral was the steak.
Dude, it was insane, dude. I never knew it till I got a job there, dude. Wow. I mean, dude, it is insane.
All right, man.
You don't even need to go to UFC. Just go to Golden Corral.
That's hilarious, Jay.
Wow. We got
So
about 50 dudes on this phone call.
At least you were back there. You had knives to protect yourself back in the kitchen.
I had plexiglass right in front of me, too. So
Yeah,
I was like being in jail.
Oh, my God.
You know?
I'll tell you this: they trash this place, Preston. It takes about
Jay.
a minute and a half, and they've trashed it entirely.
I can't believe they're throwing the high chairs.
By the way, those are effing heavy.
Well, especially the dude picks up a table.
Yeah.
And that could have killed somebody.
And now nobody gets steak.
Yeah,
like
get
you're
out of
all
here.
pissy
Nobody's
that
getting
you didn't get
steak.
your steak in time, and now nobody gets
Do
steak.
we have the audio of the brawl? Marissa's going to send it over.
We got about
And
20
look,
seconds.
there's girls in there, like kids in
Girls,
there.
kids, everything.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Let's play a little clip of the audio. Of the There's a text came in and said the Golden Corral owner is cool. I used to fix his equipment. He took care of us and tipped us. But that place is, well, I can't say what it says there. I can't say what it says there.
Do you know what I'm tired of with the current crop of brawl videos or fight videos? The guy who's always taking it is always going, OS.
Yeah.
OS.
Yeah.
OS.
Yeah, but you know what? That guy's standing back. I'd rather hear him do that than jump
But
in on it all.
give us some color commentary.
Yeah.
Remember the Wawa
Know how
fight
to
in
report.
Delaware, not in Delaware, in Florida, where
Yes.
the guy was commenting on?
Yeah.
His commentary was actually pretty good.
Right.
Where the dude lose
Give
his pants.
us some color commentary. Tell us what's going on.
So reading the news report, the police report, it said that they didn't have an exact count on how many people were involved, but officers believe it was more than 40.
Oh, clearly.
And the fight left the dining room heavily damaged and sent people fleeing for safety. There weren't police weren't aware of any serious injuries. No arrests had been made.
If I found myself in this situation, I would not be like in the mix throwing chairs. I would
leave.
be the
I'd be in the parking
second,
lot.
the first person out the door.
That's what you need to do.
I can't say, though, if I were clocked in the back, if I just passively was sitting there and got clocked in the back of the head with a chair, that I might not freak the F out.
Stand up and throw a high chair.
Right,
I mean, if you got caught up in it, it might be more. It might be more difficult to leave. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Have you ever been close to when a brawl or even a large conflagration like this kicks into effect? It's easy to get swept up in it, even if that is the last thing you want.
No, I've been literally stuck in the middle of a brawl that I had nothing to do with. those sort of things happen in nightclubs and bars all the time.
A lot,
This
you're
is,
right.
This is just a restaurant. I don't know if they serve
Golden
alcohol.
Corral.
I don't know if they serve alcohol, but when alcohol's involved, it happens quite a bit. Now, one time I was, and the bar doesn't even exist anymore. It was in like Wayne. I was in the dance floor and a fight erupted around me, and I didn't know anybody involved in the fight, and I was getting jostled and thrown all over the place. And the next thing you know, my buddy John grabbed me, and next thing I know, I'm in the parking lot. I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Good for him.
Yeah, the dance floor where the fight happened, there was an exit right there, and it was right at the parking lot. I was like, dude, like saved my life.
Yeah. Steve, I don't know if I've been in a brawl like that, but I have been in a food fight in high school, and honestly, it was a lot in fun. Like, you had the feeling that like it was about to start, and then like you'd see one grape go flying, and then like 3 more grapes went in this direction, and then apples started going, and all of a sudden it just turns into mass chaos. And it probably lasted 45 seconds to a minute, but during that time, it was pretty awesome.
Nick, I was actually in college when Animal House came out.
Okay.
And so, yes, that became so common that the school had to put a kibosh on it. They were benevolent. They were food fights.
Yeah.
But when you're like, you don't know what's... Imagine you're sitting... Apparently, Golden Corral serves one hell of a steak.
WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. Our guest is ready to go. You may remember him from his years on Baywatch as Cody Madison.
There you go.
But he's done many other things, one of them being the show that he's about to talk about now, which is on Tubi. It's called President Down. Interesting concept for this show, and we are going to welcome him right now. Please give some love to David Chokachi.
Yeah.
Morning, David.
Hey, morning. How you guys doing?
We're good, brother. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Very cool. The connection's a little bad, so we'll soldier on through here. But
I'll try and move around. I'm in Malibu, and it's never good.
all right. Well, this is one of these Tubi. It's up on Tubi, and Tubi came onto my radar a little while ago. There's a lot of stuff that they carry. Was this always a direct to Tubi kind of thing? Have you done other stuff with this channel before?
I have. What they do is they actually go in as like a co-production on some of these films, and they'll actually put some of the financing up in conjunction with another company, and it's basically kind of raises the budget for a film. You know, the amazing thing about Tubi is it's all free, man. Like, if people can't afford Netflix and you want to watch some solid movies, original movies, like they're doing it. I mean, I think they're kind of a little like, some of them are obviously not, these things are not going to be nominated for Academy Award, but listen, like President Down, like that movie was, I feel like, I mean, the premise, everything, it was really well written, the cast, Jesse Cove, the director, Nick Lyon, I mean, everybody just brought their A game, and when I showed up on set, I was just like, wow, this is impressive.
No, it definitely looks like, it definitely looks like a full-throated, full-budgeted movie. Explain the premise, because it's really kind of cool.
So basically, these terrorists have gained access to our current president's pacemaker, and they are controlling it remotely. So unless she coughs up $1 million and also denounces her support of that said Russian president, they're gonna keep forwarding, and basically, so they trigger her in cardiac arrest, which I mean, the director, this is a real thing. I'm sure they've solved it by now, but so, and then everybody thinks, the Secret Service in the movie, we all kind of think they're just playing with us, and they go, just to show you, she's in the ambulance, and I'm not giving away much because they'll see it, but they go, just so we're real, and they go, boom, and they trigger it again, she was in a cardiac arrest, and it becomes like this mystery, like nobody can figure out like where they're controlling,
where it's coming from,
how.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
Cool.
Did you do it? Is this something that conceivably could happen? Could somebody remotely jam someone? Because I know, like, if you go into like a 7-Eleven or something, or any place with like a old style microwave, that can cause problems for pacemakers. Is that kind of what this is predicated on?
It is. I mean, the director, I asked him straight up, he's like, this is real. I mean, they're obviously, they found ways to like prevent this from happening, like going forward, but it's a real thing. So I was like, even as an actor, watching this, like the whole concept, like the concept really got in my head that it's like, wow, that is scary.
Yeah.
Like, they're just launching her in their cardiac arrest. Your heart can only take so much. So
Yeah.
it's frightening.
I think it might someone getting elected with a pacemaker might be kind of a long call, but for the purposes of the drama, it seems to work. I have to ask you, David, because just doing some research, I remember, I was looking at some of the numbers when Baywatch was airing, and is this true? I mean, I don't know if you know the actual numbers, but the suggestion was there were approximately 1.2 billion people watching the show weekly. Does that seem right to you?
That's spot on, man. And at the time, there was only 5.5 billion people on the planet. So that the number is even more, like, it carries more weight than even, because it's mind blowing. I know.
I mean, that's
like
a fifth of the world's population at that time. I mean, to go from where you were prior to that to that level of recognition, I mean, that could easily F you up. How did you process that?
Well, luckily I'm from New England. I grew up, I went to high school back there. I went to college up in Maine. I played sports. I played football and lacrosse all the way through college. And, when you're from New England, good parents, I was very grounded. I didn't buy into the Hollywood BS, man. I saw it from a mile away. I was like, wow, that's a trap. So even to this day, my buddies I played football with, like, they were like, oh, he got on Baywatch, he's going to change. Chokachi's going to change. I went back and saw them like a year after the first season. They're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. You didn't change at all. Chokachi, you're the same, like, knucklehead, whatever. Like, that's amazing. And I'm still that same guy. Like, I mean, I never, it's just such a trap. So I never made true to myself who I am before this all started.
No, you always have seemed like a really likable guy. I remember from back then, and then every inclination of any guy is to hate your guts for looking the way you do. But you always seem like a good dude, and you've been very candid lately about a lot of the stuff. I was watching an interview with you. I think it was Steve Kometko, and talking about the Baywatch years, and some of it went viral. Because Tommy Lee at one point, obviously Pamela Anderson was the superstar on the show. He got furious because you were the romantic interest, and things got testy for a while, didn't they?
Yeah. He, back then, obviously, we would shoot in these beaches, and they can only push tape off so much. And that's when, like, the paparazzi was in its heyday. Also, there were shows like Inside Edition or Extra or things there. TMZ was really popular. They're still around, obviously. They captured some footage of us, like, shooting a makeup scene at the Ocean's Edge, and they ran it at night. And I think it was his birthday, and he just went ballistic because they were like, "Look at Pamela Anderson's new love interest on Baywatch, and here they are making out." And so the next day I walk into the set, and I'm literally going by our trailer, and I'm like, what is the noise? And I found out he was inside, like demolishing her trailer.
He was trashing her trailer.
Wow.
I called and threatened one of the producers' life, basically, if you write another kissing scene for her. And he's like, we're not changing the show for you. She's an actress.
Yeah, you're the love interest. They can't have you not kissing her.
But what's crazy is, like 2 months after this whole incident, we went out to dinner, and it was a small group: Pam, Tommy, myself, Yasmin, Blee, and a couple buddies, and it was like it never happened. Tommy and my buddy were like doing shots together. We were like just homies. Like it was, and I understand, man. You're married to the most sought after woman in the world.
Yeah.
At times you're just like, I'm over this. This is enough. I feel for the guy at times, but
Let me ask you. Speaking of her, how blown away are you by this career resurgence that she's had?
It's amazing. I'm really proud of her. I did hear she doesn't want to talk about Baywatch anymore, which I think is pretty. I just think anytime anybody gains that level, like the climb levels, and they don't honor the place they came from, I think it's lame.
Right.
I'm excited for her. I think it's awesome and well deserved. She's always, super talented, very, very, very in tune with herself, and very charismatic and amazing on camera. So I'm excited. I'm happy for her.
Well, you got your own movie, your own project and listen, Tubi is a blast. I end up on Tubi checking out things a lot. So, and this is a production that you can only find on Tubi, President Down, correct?
That is correct. And real quick, I mean, I got to mention the reason, it was funny. I fly a bunch of flight crew for Wings Rescue, and a month before this, I was in another movie, and this girl's like, the actress like, you got to meet this guy, Jesse Cove. He's in a dog rescue also. He's an awesome guy. And then we tried to connect, and then I get this offer, and I look at the call sheet, and it's Jesse, and he and I, we didn't have time for rehearsals, but as soon as we got to set, we talked about our passion for dogs.
Yes.
Like half an hour later, we go on camera to do our first scene together. We're supposed to have all this built-up history of, I recruited him, and we've spent years together. And because of our love of dogs and advocating for them, our scene was 1,000 times better. We had a connection, on a human level, that just elevated both of our performances without even only knowing each other for 30 minutes. So that was a pretty unique thing. Jesse's an amazing
Jesse Cove, awesome. And you guys, I commend you for your. We all commend you for your animal work and the work you do with dog rescue. So good on you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's fun. It's heartbreaking, and it's also amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, David, good luck with everything. Like Steve said, it's available on Tubi now. President Down, really cool concept of the president, the access, the pacemaker, and hold him at ransom. So we appreciate you joining us, man.
Yeah, have you seen it yet?
No, we haven't. I want to see it. Yeah,
sure. You got to watch it. You got to with my character, man.
We'll do that, and we'll rescue some dogs just to honor this interview.
Okay, done. Done.
All right, thanks, David. David Chokachi, guys. Yay! All right, man. Appreciate it. Take care. It was we could barely understand what you were saying there. The connection was going south, but unfortunately, it happens.
You toughed it out, man. That was good.
All right. Well, listen, we have breaking news.
Oh, do you want me to hit the breaking news?
Yeah, man, this is sad breaking news.
Breaking news.
Robert Redford passed away. He was 89 years old. We just got that in the commercial break, unfortunately. So, yeah, he was... this is from The Natural. Oh, man.
I mean, come on.
Dude.
It's Randy Newman.
Yeah, Randy Newman.
His music is Randy Newman.
Oscar winning, I believe.
It's a top 5 baseball movie for me. Top movie of in the top 10 probably of all time. I love this movie. I watched it a bajillion times. Preston, you and I were just chatting about it last week. It's a quotable movie. It's a great movie. And Steve, I know you go back to Butch Cassidy and Sundance, but the fact that Robert Redford was a part of the MCU and still vibrant and vital into his 80s is fantastic.
He was a great villain in the MCU. He brought Winter Soldier remains top tier Marvel movies. But you talk about The Natural, and again, I was a fan of the book, which has a decidedly different ending. It's not as uplifting, and but by a damn sight. But Redford's performance, his quiet performance in The Natural is one of the best.
And speaking of quiet performance, as that villain in Winter Soldier, the thing that made him interesting about a villain is you never saw him in that role. He kept his demeanor the whole time. Everything was calm. Even when Black Widow was about to release all that information, she's like, "You sure you want to do that?"
Yeah.
He wasn't raw.
Or when his maid comes back into the house, he says,
"Oh man, Consuelo."
Yeah.
And then he shoots her.
Yeah.
You
know what's weird about him being a villain in that movie is that he shows up at Tony's funeral.
Yeah.
So he's a bad guy. And he's at Tony's funeral at the end. I just watched it.
He was?
I just watched it the other day, and I made note of it. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, how come he got an invite?
I thought he died at the end.
Yeah, he died in a Winter Soldier, did he not?
I thought so.
No, unless I'm wrong. But I don't think I am.
So his breakout role was Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. He had done years of work before that.
He's in a movie that I love before that is called Barefoot in the Park with Jane Fonda, which is a Neil Simon comedy. He had also been doing tons of television work. He's on a couple of great Twilight Zone episodes and Westerns. And, he was obviously a good-looking dude. But Butch Cassidy was, for that time, William Goldman was the screenplay writer. And it was a Western that was not your usual Western. It had First off, the music was from Burt Bacharach, and so it had a whole different appeal to it. But that really catapulted him into the stratosphere.
When I was I forgot what, it might have been junior year or something like that. I was taking a government class in high school, and one day they showed us the movie The Candidate.
Oh, it's a
Did you ever
great
see
movie.
that?
It's one of my favorite political movies.
Great movie.
It's terrific.
He plays the son of a former senator, and it kind of they choose him as a good candidate to win a seat as in a senatorial seat. And he didn't dabble in politics, and they kind of talked him into doing it.
It was one of those great, properly cynical looks at politics.
Yeah,
which deserves that.
What a great ending line of that movie.
Yeah.
And look, the movie it came out in 1972, so spoiler
If you haven't
alert.
seen it now.
But at the end of it, he wins, and they're celebrating, and he turns to his campaign manager, and he goes, Joe, he goes, now what?
Yeah.
And then the movie ends. Like he worked so hard at getting the job. He was like, what do we do now? I don't know what we do now.
Speaking along those lines, you remember the movie 3 Days of the Condor?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I'm familiar, but
lots of intrigue. So if we're going to go through some of the stuff, some of the specifics surrounding his death, Preston, has anything been released yet?
You know what? I glanced. I figured he was 89 and you know, that his health had deteriorated. I don't know if he had an accident or what. And a lot of times when they announce these right away, they don't give you much info on how they passed away.
There was a statement that was released, and I was wrong. So 100% wrong. I was thinking about William Hurt, not Robert Redford. William Hurt was at the funeral, but he says in the statement, his publicist, he was in the mountains of Utah, the place that he loved, surrounded by those he loved. He will be missed greatly. The family requests privacy at this time.
So if I'm going to go through, I'll just have a little self-indulgent here, but movies like The Hot Rock, which is a great comedy movie, about these thieves that have to steal a diamond, and there's just all sorts of wonderful comedic ability that he had. You wouldn't think so. Butch Cassidy, The Candidate, The Sting.
Can I do this in chronological order real quick? See, because this is how many hits he had right away. So right after The Candidate, the next year he was in The Way We Were,
which is if you're a fan of romantic movies, that is legendary.
The same year, The Sting. I thought that was going to be The Sting. I thought you had. The Entertainer.
No, I have that.
Hang on a second here. The Entertainer. The Sting came out that same year as The Way We Were. Then the next year, The Great Gatsby. The next year after that, The Great Waldo Pepper. Do you remember that?
I love The Great Waldo Pepper.
The flying guy, the stunt flyer. Then that same year, 3 Days of the Condor came out. The next year, All the President's Men came out. I mean, this dude was owning the 1970s.
Yeah, and then honestly, again, one of my favorite movies, which is just a heart-wrenching look at families. He's not in, but he directed Ordinary People.
Wow.
Which is amazing. The Great Gatsby didn't do all that well with Mia Farrow. I'm a massive fan. It's one of my favorite books of all time. And I think they did a great job. And he was... I mean, honestly, at that time, who would you pick other than Robert Redford?
Yeah.
Same way Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
For the most current Gatsby version, it made sense. He also was in a couple of movies. You see Jeremiah Johnson?
Mm-mm.
It's Wilderness, and that's his love of the outdoors and Sundance and all that stuff was part of his history.
Possibly most good-looking man ever, like way up there.
You'd be hard-pressed to find
him. Cary Grant, Paul Newman, and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, how many movies did he do with Paul Newman?
He did a couple. He did The Sting, and he did obviously, and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Those are the two that come to mind, Case. They may be ones that are eluding me, but yeah.
So going through, I'm sorry, Nick, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought you were pointing at me, Preston. There's a movie called Sneakers that came out in the early 90s. And it kind of flew under the radar, but him and Sidney Poitier and Dan Aykroyd and actually River Phoenix is in it. I love that movie. It's sort of this spy type of a movie, and all of these guys trying to figure out like this tech stuff in the early 90s, and he's the star of it, and he's awesome in that movie.
If you ever get a chance, so it wasn't on the list there, Preston, but The Hot Rock is one of those 70s crime. I don't know what I would liken it to. It's almost like an Ocean's 11, but a lower rent as far as what they're going after. But it's all full of great comedic actors of the time, and the screw-ups are just legendary in the movie.
A few other, I'm just thinking of these titles. The Electric Horseman, that was okay.
Yeah.
Brew Breaker.
Oh, I love Brew Breaker. That's a prison movie if you're into prison stuff, yeah.
Then The Natural came after that. He took a break for about 4 years from 1980 to 84. He's probably directing at that time.
Yeah.
But Yeah, The Natural is one of my. It's in like top 3 of sports movies of all time for me.
I need to go back and watch it because I don't appreciate it the same way you guys do. And I think it's just the way it was sort of shot. It's very like film noirish, I guess. A lot of shadows and all that. And I think at the time I just needed something brighter. And
Okay.
Yeah, so when I go to my favorite baseball movies of all time, it's like The Sandlot, Major League, dumb stuff like that.
This is a little bit more of a human story, a little bit more of a the seamier side.
Well, it's interesting. I love that concept because he started off as he was going to be the greatest hitter.
Yeah.
And then this incident happens and he gets sidetracked for a long, long time. Or, I'm sorry, he's going to be a great pitcher at the start. Remember, he strikes out the whammer. But then he turns around and he becomes the greatest hitter. And it's just it's just a wonderful story, and there's murder and intrigue and all the stuff that happens along with it. A river runs through it. I never saw that movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
Is he? Oh, he's narrator. It says.
Yeah, I think he directed it as well.
Uncredited.
He did direct it.
Yeah, he directed that movie. Yeah, and so he shows up as the voice, obviously as the narrator.
All right, and then Indecent Proposal.
Yeah,
he's the one who makes the bid on Demi Moore.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a he pays $1 million
Woody Harrelson
to sleep with Woody Harrelson's wife.
And they said, no, I meant Woody Harrelson.
Oh, that's too many. Another movie I really liked, The Last Castle.
Oh, The Last Castle.
I love that
with
movie,
James
man.
Gandolfini.
Yeah.
And Mark Ruffalo.
Remember, he's got to carry all those rocks and make it, take the one rock pile and move it over to another one. Yeah.
And then at the end, they find out, wait, we found another castle. It wasn't the last.
There was another one.
Yeah.
What else? I'm looking at the... and then there's a stretch of them that I don't know.
We love some titles that you're seeing.
You ever see Spy Game?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's in that, and it's another really good spy movie, and those are the 2 stars, Brad Pitt and Robert Redford. It's a good movie. It flew under the radar as well, but I really liked it.
All right, there's a movie called The Clearing. I don't remember that. An Unfinished Life. These are in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Charlotte's Web. He was the horse, or Ike the horse.
He was in the horse suit. What was the movie he did?
Oh my God! It's come to this.
I am not at this point of my career playing the ass.
I was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
What was the movie? And I'm forgetting the title. And I really enjoyed the movie. He is sailing a sailboat.
Oh. Yeah, in fact, he was up for an Oscar for that one because it's just him.
It's just him. It's a great performance.
He gets marooned in
Pete's Dragon.
No,
no.
Okay.
He's on an island and there's a professor and an actress. No.
All is lost.
All is lost might be a case. Yeah.
Was that not that long ago?
It was a couple years ago. He was
10
nominated.
years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
2013 it came out.
Okay.
That's
All
what
is
called.
Lost.
All is Lost. Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't remember that one.
I saw Pete's Dragon in the theaters because it came out when Ben was still a little kid, and
He played the horse.
Yep. It was good.
He was in The Horse Whisperer.
In All Is Lost, he is sailing his boat. He might be sailing across the world, and his boat dies. And so, literally, it's just him in this movie. So it's not necessarily a ton of dialogue because it's just him
And Johnny Five.
and Johnny Five's in it. He's no input.
We've taken the memorial of this man.
He would want it this way.
We want it this way.
No.
Lighten it up.
I mean, so many years of my life we're seeing a lot of his work, which I loved. I mean, there are movies I will absolutely make. The Natural, I'll make time for every time. The Great Gatsby, The Sting. Though a lot of people were not thrilled that it won the Oscar for Best Picture of the Year that year, but it was the magic. It was just it's a great caper movie. They get one over on the bad guys, and it was just a lot of fun.
And I remember, Steve, when I was a kid watching that movie.
Yeah.
They would refer to his character, Robert Redford's character, as a kid.
Yeah.
He wasn't a kid. He was a full-grown adult.
Right, yeah.
But they played him off. He's like, I'll send a kid over to your room with the money or whatever. And Robert Redford comes walking. I'm like, where's the kid?
Ain't no kid.
What are we playing here, Case?
We have Marissa just went right to work and got a whole bunch of clips for us.
Oh, awesome. All right, this is from The Natural.
I could have been better. I could have broke every record in the book.
And then?
And then when I walked down the street, people would have looked and they would have said, there goes Roy Hobbs. The best there ever was in this game.
Oh, man. Such a good movie.
And do you know, have you seen, I mean, if you haven't seen it at this point, there's this sort of crazy woman who.
Barbara Hershey.
Yeah, Barbara Hershey.
Yeah. Here is a clip from The Way We Were. Him and Barbra Streisand.
Look, Katie,
Oh, God, please don't start a sentence with look. It's always bad news.
I don't think we're going to make it. Katie?
Why?
I just don't think it's going to work. That's all.
Oh, it's too easy for you.
Easy.
I don't mean sexually. I mean easy, like everything is for you.
You really think you're easy? Compared to what? The 100 Years' War? You're so ready to fight, you don't have time to understand anything. Counterattack, politics, revolution, cause. That's fine. It's all fine for you. So do it. Stay with it. I admire it.
Up to a point.
That's right. Up to a point.
He was so
All
good.
right, it's your nose.
Dude.
My nose?
I didn't want to say it.
Why did you go through all that prattling on when you just don't like my nose?
Did he ever win a Best Actor Oscar? Do we know?
He was nominated.
One Oscar. And
For
it was
Ordinary
for,
People?
No, Best Picture for Quiz Show.
Oh, Quiz Show. He directed Quiz Show.
Man, what a great movie.
Did he direct Quiz Show? Yes,
I think he did.
Directed it. That was. I'm sorry. That's the nominee. Steve, you mentioned it earlier. He won Best Director for Ordinary People.
Okay.
So he was nominated for Quiz Show as Best Director, and then he was also Best Actor nominee for The Sting, and then he won Best Director for Ordinary People.
Mary Tyler Moore was nominated for Ordinary People as well. I think Timothy Hutton might have been, and Donald Sutherland.
And let's not forget Sundance.
Yes, yeah.
That was him.
Yeah,
he created the Sundance Film Festival.
Right.
I know it's not what it used to be in recent years, but and he passed in Utah, so he loved that part of the country. But that was his, and that became gigantic. Here's a clip from Indecent Proposal. Here we go.
Suppose I were to offer you $1 million for one night with your wife.
I'd assume you're kidding.
Let's pretend I'm not. What would you say?
He'd tell you to go to hell.
I didn't hear him.
Well, let's think about this for a minute, honey.
I'd tell you to go to hell.
Oh,
That's a reflex answer because you view it as hypothetical. But let's say that there were real money behind it. I'm not kidding. $1 million. Now, the night would come and go, but the money could last a lifetime.
Wow.
And the other caveat is that I want Regis Philbin to film it. What?
You know who's great in that movie too is
that's right. It's what I do. It's a thing we do. I really enjoy it. I'm good with the camera. I'll get all the flattering angles. Don't worry.
Oliver Platt was really good in that movie too. He played the lawyer.
Yeah.
All right, here's a clip from All the President's Men.
Great one.
Another big one.
Hunt's come in from the cold. Supposedly he's got a lawyer with $25,000 in a brown paper bag.
Follow the money.
What do you mean? Where?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
But you could tell me that.
No, I have to do this my way. You tell me what you know, and I'll confirm. I'll keep you in the right direction if I can, but that's all. Just follow the money.
Wow.
When you say something that's true, I'll go.
There was Dustin Hoffman in that with him as well, right?
I remember that. Well, but he, the famed editor of the paper would always call him Woodburn or Burn. He always would combine
the name wrong.
Yeah.
Doppergangle.
That's what he called him. Get Doppergangle in here right now.
Here's a great line from Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Get away from me. Why? I want to fight him. They'll kill us. Maybe. You want to die? Do you?
This is when they're about to jump off the cliff into the river.
They're being chased by the best trackers that have ever come after them. They have a couple of Indian trackers they've tried everything to elude these guys, and they can't. Now they're up a cliffside along a canyon that is very high over a river.
Yep.
All right. I'll jump first. No. Then you jump first. No, I said. What's the matter with you? I can't swim.
They jump.
Well, he goes, "Are you crazy? The fall will probably kill you anyway."
Yeah, that's right.
And then it turns out Paul Newman's never shot a guy.
Oh.
And so they both had these two things.
Do you think is that a comedy?
It is funny. There's a lot of humor in it. It is loosely based.
Okay.
But it is. I love that movie. I have that soundtrack. I listen to it all the friggin' time. It's awesome.
Here's a text from somebody. Yeah, we need to look at his directing credits too, because somebody texted and said he directed and produced The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Yeah.
Which is it's not a great movie, but I do like how it lovingly represents the game of golf.
Yeah. Did you liked it? So I liked it. I thought it was pretty decent. Would you say it seemed fairly accurate to you?
No, not at all. But
Johnny Five was not part of that.
And Johnny Five.
Los Locos kick your ass.
He only directed 10 movies.
No kidding.
Yeah, so he produced a whole bunch of other ones, but he Lions for Lambs we haven't mentioned, and him and Tom Cruise and Meryl Streep were in that. That was, I guess, probably his biggest hit over the last couple of decades that he directed. As you mentioned, Bagger Vance, Horse Whisperer, Quiz Show. I loved Quiz Show.
Good movie.
Quiz Show's a great movie.
Yeah. Yep.
River Runs Through It, which we brought up. Milagro Beanfield War. I never saw that. And then Steve, Ordinary People, he won the Best Picture for.
Here's a quick clip from the Great Gatsby. We got to take a break in just a second here.
How do you do, old sport? I'm Gatsby.
Nick Carraway. It's a pleasure.
You live in the cottage across the lawn. I tried to buy it once.
I've been trying to find you, but
I'm afraid I'm not a very good host. Truth of the matter is, I don't much like parties.
That movie, that whole story just kills me. And when Nick Carey's walking away, and all Gatsby's just ever loved this one woman. That's all his focus has been, to validate himself to this woman. And he, Carey turns to Gatsby and says, "You're better than the whole lot." It's just such a great scene.
Robert Redford, 89 years old. What a absolute the definition of a Hollywood legend.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll cover some more of the story behind him tomorrow morning, but we do need to take a break, so we're going to do that, and we're going to come back in just a moment. We'll get some bizarre file stories on the way. Don't forget today's Tat Tuesday. If you haven't gotten signed up for that yet, go to the contest page, WMMR.com, and you might win a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing on South Street. We'll be right back.
You're at a Golden Corral where it's like going to the Cracker Barrel and having a fight between the Bloods and the Crips.
Right.
Somebody texted and said it was a group of about 60 people. Wait, was this the same one? I don't know if they're referring to the Golden Corral fight or another. It might be continuing from another text, but said that it was a post-funeral group. Oh, no serious injuries. That might have been a different thing. Another one says Aramingo Diner in Philly was a brawl every weekend.
You know what was bad, from what I understand, Preston? Up here on City Line, the House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it was so bad, and I didn't realize this. And my wife and I went in, we were coming back from something, and it was there. Okay, let's go in. And they actually made us pay
in advance.
In advance.
Right.
They had made us pay in advance, and then the woman there indicated that there were people dining and dashing constantly, and people fighting all the time. It was the craziest thing in an international pancake house.
Kathy, somebody says Bucksco should get extra points for dinner and a show.
Right, exactly. Apparently, I just got a text from a friend who's told me that one of our other friends actually goes to this place.
Well, apparently the steak's good.
I've been to Golden Corral. Like it is it is what you would imagine it to be. But but the fact that somebody was ready to throw down because they believe the other table got their steak first.
Well, and how does it turn into that? Like, aren't you then mad at the server or the chef back in the kitchen who sent somebody else's out first? Like, how does it turn into everyone involved?
What can happen is, somebody asks a question, well, how come they got their food before I did? And then that person in that
Why don't you mind your own business?
might say something back, and then next thing you know,
it's all in.
People are being absolute idiots. Hang on a second here. Let me go to Heather. Hi, Heather. Good morning.
It's that you just look so nice today.
Well done.
Thank you. What's up, Heather?
I literally just got out of the shower. This is not even funny. Okay. I watch 6 ABC every morning, and morning, noon, and night, and they had an update. They had the guy that threw the high chair, and he ordered his steak like on the rarer side, and the guy in front of him, because I think you line up and you tell the person behind the glass how you want it, what you want, and the guy in front of him got so pissed off that he got his steak first that he started the argument, and he hit him, and then the guy defended himself with the chairs. But I've been to that place once, and I will never go back.
So, and apparently the guy got his steak quicker because
he ordered it rare.
Yeah. Therefore, it takes less time to cook.
Exactly. Exactly. So, number one, I don't go to Golden Corral for steak. I go to Fogo. Hello. And I'm telling you, like, really, like, over a steak, like, I don't know.
Well, there's no rhyme or reason, but if you're gonna brawl, the fact that it happens at a Golden Corral, which I always would consider a senior citizen afternoon dinner at 2:15 kind of place, and you're having a full blown Hell's Angels type Altamont rally.
I remember that one of the last big, huge brawls here that I remember seeing was at a wedding at the Sheraton in Old City.
Somebody died, I think.
Did
that one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember that. I remember there was some. What happened, Preston, is that the people who were covering it video-wise were up on a balcony.
Yeah, you had a
and they
good
were
view.
catching the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've seen a brawl. Actually, I have seen a brawl take place at a wedding, and it was. Thank God I had no connection to the people. My girlfriend at the time did. And it was the classic case where they get the guy out and he's putting the garter up on the thigh, and the actual groom thought it was a little bit too much.
Oh.
And so they got in and threw down and out on the dance floor. Now, it wasn't 50 people fighting over a steak, but it's like 10, 15, 20 people going at it.
Yeah.
And I was loving it.
Yeah, I've only seen those at bars, at nightclubs. Usually it was a dance club where people are bouncing around on the dance floor.
Sure,
something
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden somebody gets into somebody's space or whatever happens, and
that's it.
And then there's a brawl, and then and Casey, you were like your friend pulled you out of there. The security teams, the bouncers, a lot of times don't have much discretion in who they're going to toss out because they don't know what happened. They just got to get in there and start yanking people out.
You just have to.
And a couple can get a little overzealous, and it can turn real ugly real quick.
Pain don't hurt.
There you go. I thought it'd be bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. at the Golden Corral.
Yeah, there's a place in Ridley. It had changed so many different names. At one point, it was a Brownies. It was a Wade's Irish Pub. I mean, I watched a couple of things happen there. I watched this chick just hurl a bottle into a group of. She had no idea who she was throwing or who she was going to hit or anything.
I mean, but I mean, you would expect like bouncers and people to be there.
Yeah.
A Golden Corral wouldn't.
Honestly, yeah.
Wouldn't have a bouncer.
No, you have a hostess.
Yeah.
Or a host.
Hey, if there's a brawl, we need you to handle the situation.
Some 17-year-old girl. Braces.
Could you put that table down?
Well, as a comedian who was on last week with us, he was saying it's not the Silver Corral, it's the Golden Corral.
Right. Wow. Well, this video footage is just crazy, man. I mean, it's like it's scary. People picking up chairs and hurling them across a room.
Yeah, I've been in fights, but I've never been, in the middle of a brawl like that, and I don't know how I would react. Again. The notion that you're not getting your steak in time doesn't seem to be a real reason to throw down.
On a different note, and we'll take the calls as they're coming in if you guys want to comment on this, but it does have to do with the restaurant and a bit of a scene that took place. And I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. Casey actually sent this story to us over the weekend, and I forgot to mention it yesterday. But our friend John Dornbos,
yes,
oh my God,
played a real life hero over the weekend. He and his wife Annalise were at a restaurant. And they were actually next door to a different restaurant where the owner of a Huntington Beach restaurant caught on fire because she got too close to a space heater and her clothes caught on fire. Dornbos jumped into action and may have saved this woman's life. According to eyewitnesses on the scene, his quick thinking and action was exactly what needed to happen. Her name was Anna Nakayo, the co-owner of Veggielicious, and the victim of the fire has undergone 2 surgeries, according to her husband, Akira, after suffering 2nd and 3rd degree burns.
Jeez.
It could have been much worse if not for Dornbos's help. He said, the news interviewed him, he said, I grabbed my wife's blanket and I got her to the ground, meaning the woman who was on fire, and was just like, hey, help me out. I got you. You're going to be alive. It's okay. And I remember her looking at me and I just said, honey, it's okay. You're alive. And we did it. So he smothered the flames with the blanket. And she was engulfed.
Yeah.
I mean,
good Lord.
Like she may have difficulty walking after this.
Yeah, I actually had a nice correspondence with John about this. Just saying, man, I'm so proud of you. And I said, it's crazy to think that all of your life's experiences and everything brought you to that point in time and to that moment in that situation with a blanket to save that woman's life. It's just insane.
Just how things played out.
Yeah.
Fate. Yeah. An unbelievable thing. But he was, talk about a guy, his own story is amazing. He steps in and saves this woman's life.
It's fantastic. So he said, one of the things I'm most thankful for about playing in the NFL, I played for 14 years, was just this idea of under pressure, being able to calm down and think.
Yeah.
And he handled it, saved this woman's life. So very proud of John. Always have been.
Man.
So that's just another thing, another wonderful thing that he's done. So good for him. And
We should get him on and have him do magic for us.
Yeah, we should, right?
Celebrate.
Wow, man. All right, going back to the Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
I want to go to Chris, who's got a comment on this. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing today?
Good. What's up, my man?
Great. So I've never been to the Ben Salem one, but I go to the one up in Lehigh County, and I know how this fight started.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Just like Lehigh County, there's a big line that starts, but the grill's only so big. So you walk up to the grill, the chef, and you tell him how you want it, medium. He's like, all right, here you go. The next guy might want it well done, and that's where everything starts. He wants it well done. I don't have any well done. Come back. I'll remember you. Like, okay. So you sit down. You come back 5 minutes later. Those people don't know who you are. They all just think you just cut the line.
Okay.
So this is obviously.
But I got it for you. First off, it's against the law to have a steak well done. I mean,
I agree. I'm with you, Chris.
I'm a medium rare guy, so mine's always done when I get up there. And they do have very good steaks, Steve. Very good steaks.
Do they? All right. So my question would be is this. Why don't you place your order? They give you a number like they do in other places.
Yeah.
You put the number on your table and they bring you your steak.
Well, Steve, sometimes people lack that thing called intelligence. But they do have other good food there, too. You can go up there and get your steak, and then go up there and get spaghetti and meatballs while you're waiting for it or whatever. Like you said, take a number, get like a digital system going.
Yeah,
right.
But to have them in line, Chris, and have you waiting or having you not understanding the timing situation, that's like that's a powder keg.
It is. It can be ridiculous, and then the grill's only so big, so you might have 100 people in line, but you can only fit 20 steaks on there.
All right.
So when all the 20 steaks are up, and then and then the guy orders well done, and
he kills it.
That's how World War I started.
All right. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate the perspective, man. Thank you.
He does make a good point.
And by the way, I had a scenario not that long ago where it was a stand-in line type of thing. I think we're at the premium outlets. And had ordered something. They weren't ready. It was like an Asian buffet, and they didn't have enough egg rolls done. So I ordered those. Like, okay, we need to make them come back in a second. And I had to do that thing where I had to walk back up and get in front of people at the register. And, they think I'm cutting in line, and I'm actually just going up to get what I had ordered previously. I hate that. It's just a moment of uncomfortableness.
It's like the walk of shame almost.
I hate it.
You should be holding your shoes, Preston, with smeared lipstick on your face.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. And what they should do is have a secondary line that is for people who've already placed their orders and are coming back to pick that up. Just a little bit of tinkering around could have avoided this brawl.
Here's an interesting text. It says, hey, guys, I'm a wedding photographer, and there was a brawl at a wedding. And at the end of the night, the Philly cops needed to go through my camera to find out who the culprits were.
Oh, that's
because
great.
they all fought and then ran, and they were family. So I guess nobody was giving anybody up.
Right.
No family.
And I don't know how that ended up resolving itself, but they had to use that as evidence to track people down.
I love those places where there'd be no way that you'd imagine there'd be something like a brawl or a physical fight, and you get one.
Hey, let's go to Lou. Good morning, Lou.
Yay!
All right. Lou! How you doing, bud?
Doing better, President. How you guys doing?
Good. Lou had a touch of the Rona.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
The coronavirus.
Yeah, you're doing better though, right?
Right. Plus, I got busted ribs, which is always fun. I took a fall at the Poconos, so
Lou.
All right. Well, listen.
It's been a crazy month.
But you're doing better. You wanted to tell us this story?
Yeah. So one time I was working out in California. I had a Jack in a Box, and a buddy of mine was working the drive-thru, and four guys from San Jose State football team was in the drive-thru, and they were busting the kids. They were busting them up, picking on them.
Right.
So when he handed them the food, they threw a shake at him, and the kid said something, and they thought that it was just him. They didn't know that his brothers, me, and a buddy of ours, this big Samoan, was sitting in the other room. So we emptied out into the joint. Like, they came driving around thinking they're going to fight him, and when we emptied out, one kid walked around the end of the car. I opened his face right up with a left hook.
Oh, my God. All right.
Right up. A Jack in the Box
it
brawl.
was a brawl.
You know what? In a way, Lou, you were like an actual Jack in the Box. The door opens up. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Was that the end of the brawl, or did everybody get out and start mixing it up?
Oh, no, everybody got started mixing it up. One of the guys went and got a jack out of the car, and he went after the Samoan. Well, the Samoan kid, he took the jack right to the forearm and started pounding this guy.
Oh my God!
He was a tough kid. He was a cook. I seen this kid drink a dozen and a half of raw eggs one time.
Drink a dozen and a half raw eggs?
All of Lou's all of Lou's stories have like tangential stories.
Yeah.
You know?
That alone would be a hell of a story. So the Samoan, you don't want to piss off the Samoan and Jack in the Box, but you guys, I assume, prevailed and were the victors, right?
Right.
All right, cool.
All right, Lou, good to hear from you, man. Hang in there, bud. Lou?
Did we lose him?
Lou? Oh, there you go.
There we go.
All right, Lou, take care, man. We'll see you later.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, Chris. We got another crack at the bizarre file for you.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
And this morning it is brought to you by Nifty 50s. You can take some memories at Nifty 50s with their Shake of the Month lemon meringue pie benefiting Alex's Lemonade Stand. And it's now open in Newark, Delaware, and coming soon to Fairless Hills at nifty50s.com, by the way. A 60-year-old shop owner in Istanbul, Turkey, nearly lost his arm after being bitten by a robber during a struggle in his store. Two masked men tried to rob his shop in early 2024, and when the owner fought back and grabbed one of the thieves, the criminal bit his hand hard to escape. Ow! The shop owner initially went to a local clinic for treatment and was sent home, but soon developed a fever and tremors as the bite wound became seriously infected.
Yes.
The infection spread up his arm over 2 weeks, causing it to swell to double its normal size and change color.
I was surprised to hear, I think we talked about this a while ago, about how dangerous a human bite can be.
Yep. So doctors tried everything but could not stop the infection from climbing toward his shoulder. Facing possible amputation, they decided to try hyperbaric oxygen therapy as a last resort. The treatment worked, and within a week, the patient showed significant improvement. After cleaning the wound and removing dead tissue, doctors saved his arm, and after 3 months of physical therapy, he regained full function. Beachgoers in Monmouth County, New Jersey, found an unlikely friend near the Shark River inlet last weekend. It was a manatee spotted swimming in a lagoon on Saturday, thousands of miles away from its native habitat.
Where in the hell am I?
While confirmed sightings have dried up since Sunday, officials say that they're keeping tabs on the rogue traveler and even have an idea of who this mysterious manatee is. The Marine Mammal Stranding Center has theorized that the animal is the same manatee reported near Cape Cod earlier this summer. That swimmer was the first manatee reported off the Massachusetts peninsula in almost a decade, and it sent New England scientists into high alert.
You just don't think they'd cover that kind of territory with this sort of, sort of casual way they...
Just going up to Cape Cod.
The species, which thrives in the warm climates of the southern United States and Caribbean, can experience cold stress in waters under 68 degrees. The condition can actually lead to malnutrition or even death. While the MMSC believes the Cape Cod manatee has traveled south to New Jersey, the center said that it has been unable to make a positive identification absent clearer photos. And they're asking anyone who spots it to report its location. The number is 609-266-0538. Anyone who spots a manatee should remain 150 feet of distance and refrain from feeding it. The center said that it has only responded to 5 manatee strandings in New Jersey since 1978.
So if you're down in Florida and there are any areas that have manatee, you are not allowed to touch them. They can swim up and bump you, but you cannot touch them.
That's correct.
You can have sex with them now.
No.
A Pennsylvania man's 5-foot-long emotional support alligator has been banned from Walmart after shoppers complained about seeing the reptile in the store.
I'd be more terrified about the average person shopping at Walmart.
Wesley Silva has been taking his alligator, Jinsoishi, I think is how you pronounce
That's
it.
not the one that we had here, is
No,
it?
that was Wally.
I thought that's what
No, that's Wally. You're right.
Nope, it's a different one. On public outings for over 3 years, including visits to restaurants like Denny's and Bob Evans, where she gets VIP treatment. The ban came after outraged customers sent photos to a local news station showing the alligator in a shopping cart at Walmart and being carried by Silva while wearing a dress and a harness. Silva said he acquired the alligator 4 years ago from a neighbor who could no longer care for her. And after doing research to make sure that his kids wouldn't be in danger, he decided to keep her. He has registered her as an emotional support animal and calls the experience of owning her really kind of incredible.
I think it'd be adorable to see a Walmart alligator.
Walmart released a statement saying that they welcome service animals, but that exposing people to potential danger is unacceptable, so alligators are not permitted on their property. Silva said that he'll respect the ban, but will continue taking her to other places where she is welcome. Sometimes you eat the bear, as the saying goes, and sometimes the bear eats you. 2 Cornell University students encountered a different third outcome over the weekend. The 2 students, who have not been identified, reportedly killed a young black bear and brought the animal to Ganadago Hall, an undergraduate residence hall on North Campus on Saturday. The students skinned the carcass and packaged the meat, prompting complaints from fellow residents at some point over the weekend.
They don't have bear meat facilities at the school there?
I don't know. If so, they should have used those.
Yeah.
An official complaint was submitted to the Cornell University Police Department and a police report was made, but no charges have been filed in connection with the incident. In a photo posted on social media, the partially skinned carcass can be seen atop a table draped with camouflage patterned tarp in what appears to be one of the building's shared kitchens.
Jesus.
Judging from its size, the bear seems to be on the smaller side, about the size of a large dog.
So I assume A, it'd have to be bear season. B, if it's undersized, that would be an issue.
Yeah.
I think there's all sorts of crimes being committed here, I would assume.
Cornell officials confirmed the incident in a statement. They said 2 Cornell undergraduate students with valid New York State hunting licenses killed a bear lawfully over the weekend. The students brought the animal into a Cornell residence hall for processing on Saturday. Cornell's student code of conduct does not appear to address animal carcass transportation and processing.
No one thought it would happen.
Or the storage of raw meat. Now, the legal hunting season for black bears does not begin in that region of New York until October 1st this year.
There you go.
When bow hunting is first allowed, according to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, which sets the state's hunting season parameters. Similarly, bear hunting season does not open in nearby Pennsylvania until September 20th at its earliest. So I don't think these guys were legally doing it.
It sounds like they weren't.
And so I don't know if there's going to be any charges against them or not.
All right. I mean, obviously, there's a difference between hunting and defending yourself.
Yes.
Right. So, could they make the argument that they were being attacked, or they were fearing for their lives?
I don't think, since that has not come out at all this time. I think it'd be a last second attempt.
I think you reach out to the game commissioner, whoever it is, right away. You don't go skin, cut it up, process it, throw it in the freezer, and then go, oh, by the way,
it was attacking us.
Yeah. All right, and that is what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. We will take another break. We'll come back in a second. We'll give something away. Yeah. We can give a few things away this morning, and one of them is with the lesson question. So when we get back, we got your chance to win tickets to see Jason Bottom's Led Zeppelin evening, coming up with trash and music news. Tattoo Day coming up, too. We'll be right back. All right, well, this one, this Golden Corral brawl, it made
national.
It was viral, and how can you not be stare at that like a deer in headlights, because it's just you're not used to seeing that type of thing at your Golden Corrals.
Golden Corral, Sizzler. What were the other?
Sizzler even exist anymore?
There was a Western Sizzlin', I remember.
Western Sizzlin', we talked about
a branch.
Haas's was the one that we went. Yeah, we went to the Haas's in college. That was like Central PA, probably elsewhere as well.
The whole thing was like $6. You go $6. You go. It's that cafeteria style.
Well, Old Country Buffet was one as well, but I don't think they had steak there.
No.
But I worked at a place I told you guys about. It was called York Steakhouse. It was kind of like that
Right.
type of thing where, you just stand in line, you get it, and take it to your table.
And then you head west across the country, and then you get Luby's, and you get Morrison's, and you get other cafes.
Luby's.
Like that. Luby's, yeah.
Okay, is that like Luby or Luby?
It was Luby's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luby's. Like
Yeah.
Ruby.
Luby's?
Yeah. All right. Well, anyhow, thank you for the stories, and keep it in mind. Be patient when people are ordering steak.
Don't order it well done. You'll get it sooner.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to take a break. Don't forget, Tobias Harris is going to be on the show
Yes.
this morning. We're also going to have mountaineer Nims Persia on the program as well. Climbed the tallest peaks, all 14 of them in record time in the world. And our friends from Primo's are stopping by. In fact, Marissa is arranging the goodies right now, which means we'll have some goodies to give away for you as well. We'll take a break, and we'll come back in a moment. Oh, and it's National Chocolate Day.
What? Is it?
Yes, and I think we're going to commemorate that in a moment. I'll explain in a little
National
bit.
Chocolate
Be
Day.
back in a moment. Stay with us.
Yeah, man.
She helps me, and
the
she
only
can't.
way.
God, it's
I know, it doesn't take much.
kids,
It doesn't
teenage
take
boys.
much. So, speaking of food and things to eat, we were in the entertainment report. Had this story from David Beckham, who was saying his wife, Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice.
Yes.
For the last 25 years has eaten nothing but the same thing with for the most part. So
Few exceptions.
Yeah, she eats grilled fish and steamed vegetables for dinner every single
day,
night, no matter what. And I'm sure that there are people that have a regular eating habit. I want to know if anyone listening has eaten the same thing day after day for years, except maybe for the rarest of occasion of breaking that. Just a rare occasion.
We're not talking, for like 3 weeks, I was having hamburgers.
No,
every day. No,
years.
we're talking years.
Yeah, I had for at least 5 years, maybe even longer. I ate the same thing on the way into work every single day. I get into a habit. I get into a routine. I'm like, I like the taste of this. It suits my dietary needs.
It's a ritual.
And I'll get it done.
Yes.
So I would have every morning, I would stop by Wawa and I would get a cup of coffee. I would get a non-fat milk and one of those blueberry breakfast bars.
Right.
I don't know if Kellogg's makes them. I forgot who makes them. But I would eat that every single day. And I ate that for at least 5 years. I realized it one day. I'm like, oh, my God, you never deviate from this, ever.
That's like an on-the-go I'm grabbing. Did you ever have a situation where you ate the same thing you prepared or had it prepared the
Not
same
for
way?
years.
For years.
No.
Okay.
No, never did.
So when we were talking about this a little bit ago, you remember our friend Teacher Face?
Yes.
My
Yeah,
Teacher Face.
yeah. She's great.
She won teacher, best high school teacher, and then came to the MM barbecue. Anyway, she sent me a message. She says, I eat the same thing for lunch every single day, and I have my entire teaching career. When I keep my calories consistent up until dinner, then I can go eat like a Viking at dinner time.
Yeah.
So for her, every day at lunch has been the same meal her entire teaching career.
Wow.
So I think maybe the habit of it, you get in that habit, and then you like the benefits of it.
I agree. I told you my super weird lunch for many years was an iced tea, an ST iced tea, and a pickle. That was it.
That was it.
That was it for throughout junior high and the first 2 years of high school.
Wow.
That was it.
Okay.
I just eating lunch was never a main. It was more okay. Here's something. But now that I think back on that, I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
I know somebody who's a very plain eater and doesn't like to experiment or taste other things. And I don't know if he eats the same thing every day, but pretty much. He'll have chicken. He'll go as far as wings, and then that's it. And no, mashed potatoes are fancy. So nothing.
Yeah, there's
nothing
people
like
that have limited,
intake.
Limited menu. But that I'm curious about the exact same meal at the same time every day. I have for the past few years now and it's breakfast that I normally eat the same thing. I have a banana and coffee
right
every day on my way to work, for years now. But
it's been a Quest protein bar and or Quest protein cookie for about 3 or 4 years now.
I have pretty much the same lunch every day. You guys always see me eating my lunch.
Yeah.
I get salad and cottage cheese and grapes.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been
And
eating
today
for
it's
years.
Philly pretzels.
Yes, we are. Thank you very much to Philly Pretzel Factory for stopping in this morning. All right, let me get some calls here. I'm going to go to Todd. Hey, Todd, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry to bother you guys at work.
Nah, it's all good, buddy. So what do you eat for? So is it one meal or the same things all day long? What's your regular routine?
So when I was in grad school and my first couple of jobs out of college before I got married, I was on Weight Watchers, and I just found the sweet spot of what worked for me. And every morning for breakfast, I'd have 2 eggs over easy with a quarter cup of cottage cheese and a quarter cup of blueberries and a glass of skim milk. And for lunch, I'd have tuna fish on the thin bread.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Like fruit.
All right.
And it just works.
And how long? How long did you have that every single day?
So it was, to be fair, it was usually like Monday through Friday.
All right.
During work days, but it was probably for 3 years, 4 years.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
And that's very healthy, by the way. What he was eating was was pretty damn healthy.
Yep.
It worked.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Thanks, man.
If you have something like that that's foundational, I get it. The funny thing is, if you have a food of preference and you never veer from that food over the course of years.
All right, here we go. Here's one. Let me go to Sean. Hey, Sean, good morning.
Morning, you Presbo. How are you?
Morning, buddy. I am good, man. All right, so yours has been a long run, right?
Yeah, 17 years since I've been doing this job. I've been bringing for lunch peanut butter and jelly every day for 17 years.
17 years.
Without deviating from that. That's wild. And let me ask you, Sean, have you ever gotten tired of it?
No, I have it right behind me right now.
How about that?
Yeah. Do you get excited? It's lunchtime.
No, I love it. Matter of fact, once a month, the company here buys pizza for everybody, and I don't get it. I stick with my peanut butter and jelly.
How many sandwiches do you eat? Just the one?
Mostly 2.
Okay,
at
good.
Lunchtime, sometimes 1, but I bring other stuff. But most of the time, it's 2 peanut butter and jellies. It's got to be certain. I only eat strawberry preserves. That's the only jelly I'll have.
Okay, so you don't even deviate from the jelly, or do you use the same brand peanut butter every single time?
Skippy peanut butter.
Yeah.
Strawberry preserves. Yeah. Yep. Every.
All right. White or whole wheat?
White bread. Matter of fact, it's like a Wonder Bread.
Okay.
Have you ever gone crazy and toasted it one day?
No, because I have it in my lunch case. No, I can't. It's always white bread, peanut butter and jelly every day.
It's as basic a sandwich. If you were to set off a bomb
Thanks,
in the
Sean.
kitchen, you'd probably have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich somewhere after the in the debris.
All right, let me go to here. I'll bet we have a bunch of people that do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. We have Clayton. Hi, Clayton. Good morning.
Good morning, you guys rock.
Thank you, Clayton. All right, what's your regular and how long's it been going on?
Well, it's been going on since I was in the 10th grade, and I've been eating peanut butter and jelly, of course, and it's been on potato bread, and it's been Concord grape jelly, and it's been Skippy peanut butter. And the funniest thing about it is that since I started working in the industry of trees, everybody I know that's a big kid eats peanut butter and jelly.
Really?
That's it. I mean, every single person I've met and run into in the industry eats peanut butter and jelly.
So now are we talking the 3 squares a day, or how many meals are peanut butter and jelly based?
Eating personally, breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner if we make it home by 9 o'clock for lunch.
Mary Jane's Last Dance on 93.3 WNMR. Everything that rocks. It is 10:14 with Preston and Steve show. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Pierre's out. But workforce blocks will happen today. I don't know, is Koob in today?
He's here.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to Mr. Ray Koob in a little while and see what he's got planned for you. But that's the one thing I do miss when we do Back School A to Z are the workforce blocks.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to Ray delving back into that today, and he'll give you a heads up in a little bit when we have him in as we get ready to depart in a little bit, but not before we take care of other business like the lesson question for today. We are going to give away a pair of tickets to see Mr. Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening. It's going to be Friday, November 7th, and it'll be in Atlantic City at the Sound Waves, the Hard Rock Hotel. So the question we'll go with is, if you were a cadet at Valley Forge Military Academy, what is the store at the King of Prussia Mall where you could meet up with Marissa? 610-660-9333. Discussion we had about 7:45 this morning. If you were a cadet at Valley Forge Military Academy, what is the store that in the King of Prussia Mall where you could meet up with Marissa if you were a cadet. So call now, and while you call, we'll get into this.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by Bud Light. Join Casey Thursday night, 7 to 9 for the Bud Light Thursday night kickoff at Garage Rittenhouse in Center City. You can enter for your chance to win a pair of Eagles tickets, and that's courtesy of Bud Light. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Charlie XCX and George Daniel getting married for a second time in Sicily just weeks after a ceremony in London. The couple are planning to get married many more times until it, quote, doesn't seem like a horrible mistake. Olivia Rodrigo's boyfriend, Louis Partridge, making a rare comment about their relationship, telling Variety that he enjoys being referred to as Mr. Olivia Rodrigo. Partridge calls it a compliment, right up there with Captain Tiny Penis.
Oh, my God.
And finally, Bachelor alum Caitlin Bristow is still dealing with pain from injuries she sustained on Dancing with the Stars 5 years ago. If you forgot, that's the year contestants were required to perform a tango with a wood chipper.
Let's see if someone knows the answer to this question, which is, if you were a cadet at Valley Forge Military Academy, what is the store at the King of Prussia Mall where you could meet up with Marissa? And our first caller in was Jen, so we're going to go to her. Hi, Jen, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, Jen, if you happen to be a cadet at the Valley Forge Military Academy, where would you meet Marissa? What store?
Hot Topic.
Yes! Hot Topic is correct. You got it. Hang on a second, Jen. We got you those tickets to see Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening. It's coming up on Friday, November 7th at Sound Waves at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. There are tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Yeah. Brought to you by Worldwide Stereo. Luxury meets innovation at Worldwide Stereo's all-new Experience Center in Wayne. Explore statement audio, framed art TVs, and cinematic tech in a stunning space. WorldWideStereo.com/Wayne. Paul McCartney will perform an intimate one-night-only concert at the Santa Barbara Bowl, and this will be on September 26th, just 3 days before launching his Got Back Tour 2025. Tickets are limited and available only through Fair AXS registration.
How intimate is it?
With no sales at the venue box. You know what, Steve? I don't know.
There's nobody here.
How small this venue is, but the show will also be a phone-free experience with devices secured in yonder pouches. The 20-date Got Back 2025 run marks Paul's first major North American tour since 2022, kicking off September 29th in Palm Springs.
Capacity is about 5,000 people, so that's
intimate,
pretty awesome. Yeah. What do you guys think about the no phone policy?
I like it.
I do too.
I mean, I did it one time. That was for a stage show. It was Hamilton.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, absolutely.
It makes
now,
you be in the
stage
moment
shows
more.
are different. They don't allow you to take your phone out at all. Concerts, you can take your phone out and you can do this. But I like that everybody's engaged.
To me, it's right up there with the no accordion rule. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be ringing an accordion.
No. Like not even a squeeze box or anything like that?
I think it's disruptive.
Okay.
It was A Few Good Men, the live stage of the Aaron Sorkin. Yeah.
But Nick, I'm on board for no phones. Chicago metal band Disturbed was inducted into the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Sunday. A guitarist, Dan Donegan, thanked fans and recalled the band's early days playing in a public storage unit in local bars like Champs, Sidetracked, and J.J. Kelly's in the 90s. Drummer Mike Wengren joked that they wanted to perform at the ceremony but were told that they couldn't because organizers were worried they'd burn down the banners, referencing reports that pyrotechnics during their March concert at Chicago's United Center damaged the Bulls' NBA championship banners. The band formed in 1996 with members from Chicago's South Side and claimed that they had to work harder than North Side bands to get noticed, promoting themselves by making flyers and cassette tapes. They are currently celebrating the 25th anniversary of their debut album, The Thickness.
Thick.
With a tour. So
thick.
That's huge. Good for them. And then one last thing, Youngblood.
Yeah, we've been talking about Youngblood a lot.
And Aerosmith have teamed up for a new collaboration called My Only Angel. News of the collab arrives after the artist teamed up to pay tribute to Ozzy at the MTV Video Music Awards earlier this week, performing a medley of Crazy Train, Changes, and Mama, I'm Coming Home. So I wonder if that sparked this interest.
It seems like it did.
Or if there was already something going on and then they did the Ozzy thing together or not.
Steven Tyler was having difficulties with performing. And
I didn't see it.
No, I'm saying like...
Oh, just in general?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're, he can still do it, but it's just the touring thing once you get to that age.
He had said that his tummy hurts and that there was too much doo-doo in his underpants.
Wow. Youngblood will also celebrate latest album Idols on tour across the UK this April with special guests The Warning.
Well, there you go.
Which is a good fit.
That's all good.
And that's all I have in music news. We have one last break to take, so we'll do it. Come back in a second. Tuesday, we'll give that away. Maybe it's you. And we'll get the letter of the day for the Word of the Week prize, which you are going to need. So stay right there.
We got 5 guys in the crew. So
wow, man.
Yeah, but it's pretty funny.
You should contact Skippy and let them know your story.
I want to see a picture on social media of all 5 of you guys eating your peanut butter jelly sandwiches at the same time. And then just tag us on that.
We'll tag it. We'll get Jason up in the tree holding the peanut butter.
Do you think there's...
Thanks, Clayton.
In the realm of comfort sandwiches, is there really... Peanut butter jelly is such a basic...
Yeah, there's something really good about it. You know, I had grilled cheese for dinner last night, but that's a different thing.
Yeah,
it's a different thing. You got to. It's more preparation.
It's too much work.
It's more of a meal. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is just something really, really great about it.
God, I love peanut butter, and it's the one thing that still tastes weird to me.
After COVID,
Yeah.
really? What is it? What do
I
you
don't
get?
know. It's not. It's just not the same. It's not. I don't know what it is. I can taste it, but it's like. It almost doesn't taste like great. So what's the point,
Yeah.
Destroyed your peanut butter receptor.
It's weird. And you know what? It happened to one of my friends, too. She said the same thing about peanut butter. Sorry, I'm digressing.
No, it's all right. I'll continue down peanut butter lane here for a moment. Nick, I finally went to the Cape May peanut butter company.
Yeah.
And, And
Casey's been, yeah.
And I brought back the honey peanut butter.
Oh, my God.
What's that? Yeah.
I want to live on peanut butter lane.
It's crazy. And I feel bad eating.
Yes, you should. You should feel bad.
I do.
We need to take a sojourn to Peanut Butter Lane.
It's so good. And
Get in the wagon.
I haven't tried their other ones yet. So
have you tried it on like toast? Warm it up a little bit?
Yeah. That's the only way I have it.
The butterscotch peanut butter.
He's not an animal.
Butterscotch peanut butter?
Yeah. I feel like I brought it in for you.
I'm going to shoot.
That sounds pretty good. Okay, you're going to shoot. No, we don't want that, Gandalf. All right, let me go to, I have Austin next. Hey, Austin, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Can't believe we made it on. Hi, Mom. Let's see here. So for about 10 years since school, since college, I would have a bagel and cream cheese every single morning before class, and that has continued for about 10 years now.
In the working world?
In the working world now, yep. I make a bagel and cream cheese every morning before work. I eat it at work.
It's a standard. It's a standard one, and it's a standard for a lot of people. That's why you'll go into places and they'll have pre-cream cheesed bagels at the ready because it's such a standard.
And here's the thing I want to point out, Austin, is it's still just as satisfying to have that today as it was back.
Toasting it, nice warm bagels with some soft cream cheese is the best thing ever.
All right.
You know what? There is, and we've talked about how deeply mired in ritual you and I are, and if there's a deviation, it'll throw us off. And I think that becomes a thing with your eating patterns. You know,
sure.
It's like, well, this is not. I can't have this on. It has to be a bagel.
Yeah, for a long time there. I mean, well, Manja's not here anymore, but I would get an everything bagel toasted and buttered. And that's what I had every single day.
I wonder why I'm okay having the same breakfast every day. And a lot of times the same lunch, but dinner, no.
You got to change it up.
I got to
right?
change it.
Yeah.
It can't be. It's a whole different animal.
And with the leftovers, I can only do like one day after. After that, it's like it's too much.
Yeah.
I can't go back to it.
Kathy, it was excruciating. One time I went to what is the family style Italian
Buca di Beppo?
Yeah. didn't realize I'd ordered family style for myself.
19
and
days
I ate
worth
the
of-
same thing for like 8 days in a row. And it does become like annoying. It's so annoying quickly.
But you know what, like, Press, with that whole breakfast and lunch thing, it's kind of like what my teacher face was saying. Like, I kind of, at this point, I like kind of like eating the same thing for breakfast and lunchish, and then
rock the dinner.
Yeah, I gotcha. We'll go to Lou next. Hey, Lou, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good, buddy. All right, Lou, what have you been eating?
Lou from Delco.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Go ahead, Lou.
So I worked at private ambulance, and a friend of mine owns Zach's Hamburgers, and every night for dinner, we ate there for about 3 years. Burgers, fries, and shakes. On our way between calls. It was,
Every night for 3 years, the same dinner.
Oh my God, yeah. It was, and I still, it's like mental. If I go near a Zach's, I got to pull in.
Hey, does Zach still just have the one location at 5 Points? No?
No, there's 3 or 4. The original location was down on Chester Pike. That was perfect for us because we used to drive between 2 places and go right by it.
Okay.
But they have one in Folsom and then that one in 5 Points.
Yeah,
Okay.
my old Arby's is
Thanks,
now
Lou.
a Zach's.
No kidding. I
Yeah.
see it. I remember when it was just very small and
that little spot at
one
5
place.
Points.
And
yeah.
then remember, I saw the cup on Mayor of Easttown. They were
That's
holding
right.
a Zach's Hamburgers cup. All right. Anyway, I digress.
We digress.
Let's go to Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor. Good morning.
Good morning. I like turtles.
Oh, don't we all? So, Eleanor, we're talking about, for those of you just tuning in, we got started with this. David Beckham's wife, Victoria, eats the exact same thing and has for 25 years for dinner. What's your regular thing, and how long has it been going on?
So it was my parents, and my mom took wheat toasted bread with tuna fish and an apple for 22 years when she was working.
Wow.
My dad took white bread with butter and cheese with an orange every day, and he worked for another 10 years after her.
A butter and cheese sandwich?
Butter and cheese sandwich, and which I've never really heard of before,
Yeah.
and an orange, but that's it every day for decades.
Decades.
Wow.
And they were from the old country. They were from Scotland, and they came here with nothing but a bag of oranges and a car and 2 kids.
Wow.
So they were so cheap. It was unreal. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
Well, that's the old Scottish thing, right? You know, when you come to my house, ring the doorbell with your elbow because you're going to be bringing something.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, when they put a Wendy's up across the street from her work, she splurged one time in 22 years, and we went to lunch because they had the salad bar.
The super bar at Wendy's.
God, man.
That's funny.
It was disgusting. It was just like, oh my God, how can you eat this every freaking day? How?
Right.
I just, oh.
I think it becomes psychological.
Eleanor, after work ended, did she switch it up a little bit?
Not really. They were pretty stringent because she went on Weight Watchers like when it first started out, and she ate liver, on Wednesdays. She had, fish on Fridays, blah, blah. It was like this. It was like the same schedule all the time.
Okay.
I hated eating at home. I used to always call my friend, like, does your mom have stovetop stuffing? I'm coming. I had to go.
That's when you're like, I'm going to live high on the hog. I'm going to have stovetop stuffing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Larry's mom had liver, too. I'm out of here. Yeah, it was gross.
All right. Thanks, Eleanor. Oh, my God. That's funny. All right. Let's go to Tina, who had a ritual. Hi, Tina. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm such a fan.
Oh, thank you, Tina. Is this your first time on with us?
This is my first time on, and this is crazy because my husband was on last week. He was a GM for Wawa, and he called.
I
Yep,
remember.
talking about the batteries.
He
That's
gave us
right.
very usable information.
And that's so funny. So it's like 2 for 1.
All right. So what have you been eating, and how long have you been eating it?
So for about 15 years, I've been eating Quaker oatmeal, the instant cups. And it does, I think, go to, I'm an elementary school teacher, and for years I was a cereal eater, and we have 4 kids, so there's not enough time in the morning to eat a bowl of cereal. So it was like, oh, this is quick and easy. I'll throw the little oatmeal cup in, and that's what I've been doing now. Every day, my students love it. They laugh. Sometimes they'll come in and be like, oh, my gosh, it smells like syrup. Were you having, maple and brown sugar? Or they'll try to guess, like, based on the sense of the room. But it's totally a teacher. I think it's a teacher thing.
I think you're right. Yeah, I love oatmeal in the morning, and I used to do instant oatmeal for the first 6 or 7 years in radio. That do the same thing, and I had my same bowl that I'd use, clean it out, and that another ritual.
14 years without deviation, though. That's 15 years, you said.
Yes, well, our oldest is 14. So, yes.
Everything that rocks 1031. Tuesday morning, the Preston and Steve Show coming to an end. And speaking of coming to an end, Back School A to Z is over, and we're done with, and we put that one to bed. But fear not, friend, happens again next year, of course. Just get yourself set for that. We have plenty of time. I would like to take a moment and thank our one and only guest this morning, David Chokachi.
Yay!
Who joined us. He had a bad phone line, unfortunately, but we talked about this movie that he's in. It's on Tubi. It's called President Down, and it's available now, and it sounds interesting. He's in Secret Service, and the president has a pacemaker, and the pacemaker's compromised, and these people could hold them hostage as potentially killing the president.
Yes.
And it's pretty cool. And he was on Baywatch for years and had some interesting stories.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. We're speaking of nice guys.
Hello.
Ray Coop.
Hey. Oh, wow, it was including me. Okay.
I was speaking specifically of you, sir.
I just want to take a deep breath. Thank you, Jackie, for ending what was a wonderful but so long A to Z.
Yeah.
He ended it last night. I think Chuck said around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And it just kind of easing into it. And it hit me after I got here. It's a double shot Tuesday. So we just get right back into a normal Tuesday double shot mode and workforce blocks and all the other good stuff that Pierre usually does. So
it's good stuff. And there's some people who have passed away, and Pierre usually honors them by, little, song retrospects, and we'll see what happens,
It's always that way. Whether he's here or not, it's always let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It really is. It's kind of fun that way.
Well, let's do the letter of the day, and we'll find out what you got in store. All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR. Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, and the Preston and Steve Show brought to you today by the letter
R, as in Robert Redford.
All right, yes, of course. We found out we lost him, unfortunately.
Tough way to find out to start the day this morning. I woke up and that was the first thing I saw on my phone.
No, it's sad. Listen, Friday, we're giving away our Word of the Week prize, which is $500 toward a set of 4 new tires from our friends at United Tire and Service. Make sure that your ride is ready to roll for your fall adventures, and don't drive alone, drive United. Today is Tuesday, so why don't we get a winner for that before we find out what you have going on, Ray? We would like to congratulate Anna Ganboy. Anna lives in Philadelphia, and Anna gets a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing. Ray, where are you going? 1729 South Street in Philadelphia. I'm going to find out what you have going on today. Ray's walking out the door. I'm like, I just said we're going to find out.
Bye-bye. I'm out of this place.
I was going to ask you,
I didn't hear that part.
What workforce blocks you have coming up, things like that,
Yeah. Well, Ryan keeps the show on the road. Okay. Thank God he's here because without him,
you're going to go out and find out.
I'd be just as lost as Billy.
You're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm going to find. No, I do know. And it's all a reboot, like I said, with the double shots and everything else. I know we have Ozzy today.
Yeah.
Okay. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. And wait a minute. Holding the paper in my hand. That's how asleep I am. Oh, and a little Pink Floyd, too.
Nice. Yeah. Very enjoyable day musically.
Enjoy that.
How many days do we have you this week?
This is it for this week, and then Pierre's off next week. I'll be in for a couple days, and then Sarah and Ryan and I we're all figuring it out.
Gotcha. Right. Well, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, too.
Have a great
I can
show.
go now, Chief? Sorry about that.
You may leave.
Premature exit is a terrible thing.
All right. Thank you, Ray Coob. And thank you to our sponsors. President Steve Show brought to you today by Dunkin', and the President Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also brought to you by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and by Virtua Health, here for good. Tomorrow on our program on Wednesday, we'll go live on Fox Good Day. Check in with those guys. And in our studio, we have Brad Inglesby.
Yes.
Creator of Task and also Mayor of Easttown. And Tom Pelfrey, who is a star of Task, will be joining us via Zoom. So we'll have both of them together. Should be cool. That is it. We are done. Rage on. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Friend, bye-bye.